All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Yeah, what a hell of a deal. What a hell of a deal this is. It's the godforsaken Wednesday edition of the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. What's going on, Josh?
Oh, I'm just fat and sassy, as my aunt used to say. Whenever you'd ask her how she was doing, that was the answer.
Man.
She was not fat, but she was very sassy, this aunt of mine.
She sounds like a real character.
Oh, she was a card. Tell you what.
She
An
sounds...
absolute card.
You know, we don't shower much around here, but I was just looking at something. The folks over there at the WWE are now selling bars of soap. They've got a bar of soap called the Stone Cold Stunner. It's a black bar of soap that'll make you smell like whoop-ass. And there's a flavor called Rey Mysterio Magic, where you come out the shower smelling like you're from area code 619.
That's fantastic.
You had any interest in stuffing some stockings this year, Josh, with some WWE soap?
Already bought some.
What?
Yep.
Awesome.
I had some WWE cologne back in middle school, and they marketed that for a while.
Come
Was
on.
it after a particular wrestler?
No, it was just like a WWF brand of cologne. It was back when it was WWF at the time. This was like 1998, I want to say.
Did it have a funny slogan or anything?
No, not really. It was just standard cologne. Like, there's nothing like, because when I ordered it from Shop Zone back in the day, my friends were like, is it going to smell like sweat? Is it going to smell like a wrestler? But just general cologne.
Nothing like if you want to pile drive your significant other.
Yeah, no, they didn't do anything cute like that, which was kind of surprising, especially
That's
given...
so WWF or WWE.
Right, yeah. It was in the midst of the Attitude Era where they couldn't do anything unless it was some type of sexual pun, you know?
No woman will be able to kick out from her obsession with you if you wear WWF cologne. Kiss and the WWE. If it's a thing, they've tried to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, you were buying.
Oh, yeah. I remember I had like an inflatable Stone Cold Steve Austin, like Rock'em Sock'em thing. You could punch it and it would pop back up, you know?
Did you ever have those pillows?
Oh, yeah. Wrestling buddies? Heck yeah. I had a Hulk Hogan and an Ultimate Warrior.
I remember those commercials.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Who the hell uses bar soap anymore?
I haven't
Right?
since I was a kid. It would be the family bar of bargain brand Irish Spring.
Yeah.
Right.
Dad on down's using that thing. It was disgusting. It's covered in gross things. Yeah, I remember those days.
We had the family bar of soap.
Didn't
That's
you
so
get
gross.
soap shamed not too long ago?
Soap shame.
I think you were talking about body wash, and you got a text from somebody that was calling you out saying men use bars of soap. Yeah, it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about that because it was such a weak attempt to bust my balls.
Yeah, just dry out your skin. Why not?
Yeah, you're right about that. Some tough guy wanted to make that stance that real men use bar soap. Don't care, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine, like, especially when you're talking about, the commune I lived in, we're talking aunts and uncles and grandmas and cousins, brother, sister.
Everybody was
Mom,
rubbing
Dad.
that family bar of soap on their
Butt crack.
privates.
Yeah, it was butt cracks and privates.
Oh, yeah, they went deep.
Just pube central.
I've never thought
It's
of
the
that.
truth. I mean, it never dawned on me until I was a much older person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never had our own bars of soap or anything. It was just the family bar.
No, right, exactly. I mean, I could have very easily had my own bar of soap and just put it in a little Ziploc bag until it was my turn to shower again. But no, I'm going to rub that same, whatever. Not anything that I find too terribly disgusting. It is kind of interesting, though.
You lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we all just kind of gang-banged the same bar of soap. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I went back to bar soap. Fine. It's just interesting that here we are in the year of 20 and 25, and the WWE is trying to sell bar soap again. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be allowed in my house. My wife is kind of, I think, getting increasingly concerned about how emotional I'm getting over John Cena retiring.
So she wouldn't let you get that soap?
Yeah, maybe like I'm trying to
Just cut
limit
one-
the wrestling things from the house right now.
You've got a hole right in the middle of that soap. She's figured out why.
You see, I'm so out of touch. I'm ashamed of myself that it's been years since I watched any form of television wrestling. So what's happening?
So John Cena's final match is going to be almost a month from today, December 13th.
So you're really buying that this is his...
Yeah, is it actually going to be?
I don't know, but I'm just allowing myself to just believe and be a kid again and watch it and just enjoy the hell out of it. And
You're really that big of a fan, huh?
I am, yeah. I don't know if I'm just feeling my age or something, but I've really dialed into this whole Cena retirement tour. And
All right.
That's adorable.
yeah, I'm just having fun with it. And my wife is a little concerned.
Oh, so it's that you do get that emotional.
Oh, yeah. I cried on Monday night, Josh.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
So as
It was his final appearance in his hometown in Boston, and he beat Dom Mysterio for the Intercontinental title to become a Grand Slam champion, meaning he's won every belt you could possibly win.
So when your wife, she just she sweeps the Legos off the couch, she takes the Vin Diesel pillow off the couch to sit next to you, that's when she gets concerned?
Exactly. Yeah. It might be a combination of things. You're right, Josh, but I think this especially because she didn't grow up with wrestling, she didn't never watch in her life, and she can't really wrap her head around why I'm so emotional over this.
So even with her brothers and she's got, 3 dads?
Yeah, no, they never.
None of them were into it, huh?
Never really watched it. She goes, it might have been on in passing, like they might have watched it themselves, but I was never included and never took any interest in it.
Well, there you go. I didn't know you were such a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were a wrestling fan. I didn't know you were that into John Cena. He's certainly one of the biggest stars that company's ever seen. But outside of his hip-hop, don't tell me, there's a term there. He was the, well, go ahead and tell me.
The doctor of thugonomics? Was he a professor?
Professor of thugonomics.
I'm sorry. I thought he had a doctorate.
Outside of his professor of thugonomics character, which was early in his career, it just never really grabbed me. But we're from different generations, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
I'm more of a Ric Flair, Bret Hart, 70s and 80s guys. You're a little younger, so. I was totally unaware that he was closing in on a final. Yes, Ashley.
The only connection that I have to John Cena is that he's given me one of my signature dance moves, and that's the "You Can't See Me."
That's a
you do that one?
Yeah,
huh?
I mix that into my little dance routine.
So it's simply the arm waving in front of the face. There isn't anything else that goes into the dance?
No, there's just some things like that I do before it. Like I like to paw the corners, and that usually leads to the sprinkler, and then I hit them with the "You Can't See Me."
Okay.
Can I ask you something real quick? Are you a 50-year-old suburban dad?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the dance you've just described.
That's how I describe my dancing ability to people. I actually usually say a middle-aged divorced dad.
Well,
that adds to it.
Yeah.
that's cute. I would love to see that sometime. Ashley throwing the...
I guess there's got to be video somewhere, right?
I'm sure there is.
Somebody in your group of friends. Medical Device Jesus brings up a good point. Dana, when your wife and you communicate, does she have to do it via the X app on your Switch too? Or are you able to talk to her in person?
We talk in person, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone. Significant others, as much as they enjoy about each other, there's plenty of things that I do that my wife doesn't even begin to understand.
You got to have your own things.
Plenty of things that I'm passionate about. I mean, for example, last night I went downstairs to watch the television all by myself, and when I came upstairs for bed, she asked me, well, what were you doing down there? I said, well, I tried to watch the hockey game, but I couldn't find it on television. She said, well, what did you watch then? And I said, I watched a few old episodes of The Twilight Zone. And she just...
She didn't like the Twilight Zone?
Oh, hell no.
I thought everybody liked of our age liked the original
no.
Twilight Zone.
She thinks it's just the stupidest thing in the world.
What?
That I watch. Basically, all of my television intake is programs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Oh, so it's more about that than necessarily the Twilight Zone itself. Okay.
Yes.
Because your wife seems
that
like
makes
she's really
sense.
dialed into some of the new stuff, the
She
new
does.
shows, all the
She-
streaming services and all that.
She watches new programming. I watch old programming. I don't know word one about current series, current any damn thing for that matter. So she just rolled her eyes again that I would sit downstairs for 2 hours by myself and watch a 1959 episode of The Twilight Zone. It is what it is, what it is.
All right, so back to bar soap.
Yes.
We are being shamed for not using it.
Don't care.
Yeah, saying, well, I'm not a little girl, I use a bar soap. I didn't know that was like a manly thing or whatever.
Right.
I mean, you can get a bottle of the juicy stuff for 99 cents. Cheap and lasts for a long time.
Yeah.
Always late, but worth the wait, she has said. My 17-year-old son has 3 bars of soap. 1 for balls, 1 for the butt, and 1 for the body. So he splits it up.
No, that's just too much going on in the shower.
Yeah, I always use just 1 for everything.
I don't like bars of soap because when you put them on the little shelf in the shower, they just make it all gross and icky.
They do,
It
you're right.
stresses me out.
3 separate bars of soap? He's
3
that
soaps.
afraid of his own ass and genitalia?
Must be gross in that area. I don't know. He's
Wait,
very hygienic.
How old did you say he was?
Teenage
17.
kid?
Yeah, it's gross.
That must be some kind of a phobia or something. Anyway, hard-ons. If today, liquefied soap or whatever you call it, body wash, if today there was a ban on it and it was never allowed again, I'd be fine with that. Going off and buying a bucket of barred soap.
Yeah, it's not like you're overly passionate
No.
about
Yeah,
body wash.
And I pretty much truthfully just use whatever my wife
Right.
buys. And it's not like she's buying bougie stuff. I think it's like, after tax, it's like $1.07 a bucket for. She gets fancy stuff. I just get whatever the Target brand
Yes,
is.
if my wife came home today with a big suitcase full of barred soap and said, this is what we're using, I'd say, okay, it's soap. Who gives a rat's ass? You want to make this into a dong measuring contest? What kind of soap people are using? How insecure are you?
That is pretty good.
I'm not leading a parade for liquefied soap down the street. That's what's in the bathroom. I'll use it.
Standing outside Target protesting.
Can you imagine if that was really a thing? Yeah. All right, Doc, I'd like to transition into a woman. Where do I start? Do you got any bar soap? Yeah, ditch it. You got to get the bottled soap in there.
How stupid.
Smoking meats and clapping cheeks, Jesus said, you just wash off the bar when you're done with it. So you need some soap to wash off the soap afterwards.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I never thought,
soap.
that's another thing. Once I dipped that thing in parts of my body, when I was a kid, using the barred soap with, the family bar like we were discussing. Once I dipped that thing into disgusting areas of my body, I never thought to rinse it off for the next person. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I never did. When you're a kid, I mean, we
You
both
don't
have
think-
said this. Our parents, neither one of our parents ever gave us any grooming advice whatsoever.
None.
I mean, maybe when we were very first bathing, I don't remember those lessons. But outside of that, there was never anything. wouldn't know. I mean,
Our folks never showed us how to do anything.
your first wife taught me how to shave.
Right. That's a true story.
I mean, I was doing it wrong
Yeah.
until I heard through Nick how
Yes.
she taught him how to shave.
Right.
That's
Right.
amazing.
Give us a break. We were raised by Neanderthals.
There's too many people in the house to remember everyone.
Oh, here we go. We were just talking about this a few days ago. Gatekeeping soap. What are you, some kind of bitch? You use body wash?
Melvin the Mop Boy Jesus said to use a washcloth. No, I've never used a washcloth.
I was taught that or told that by somebody in college where we were kind of having the same discussion where You take a bar of soap, you run it all through yourself, and then you just put it back for the next person. Instead, you're supposed to bring a washcloth in and lather up the washcloth and then use that to wipe down your dirty parts.
Yeah, I was taught to do that when I was younger.
This person says, just use lava soap in the shower like a real man. Yeah. That's a man soap right there. I love that stuff.
Don't even get in the shower. The shower's for cowards. Go outside with the hose and spray yourself down.
It's all it is basically is a wet piece of sandpaper.
Steel wool and cold water. That's what I do because I'm a real man. I use steel wool, some rubbing alcohol, cold water, and I dry myself off with my hunting dog. I'm a real man.
I just use a flamethrower to get the dirt right off of me.
Yeah. Some gunpowder.
And then I jump into a pool of rubbing alcohol.
Right.
Local 34 Jesus said, wash the soap off. Well, how am I supposed to enjoy the pile of pubes my dad left in the shower before me? Yeah, I understand. Those bars of soap can certainly, they can hold on to a pube or two, that's for sure.
What were we doing? What a bunch of animals. We were animals. Can I tell my shower drain story again? Bathtub drain story
do.
again?
Yeah, I don't think I remember that.
Oh, it was one of the greatest moments of my life when I was about 16 or so. And the old man says, got to come down in the basement with me. We got to unclog the bathtub drain.
Oh, God.
Kind of hung, it hung down from the upper level. So we removed this portion of the ceiling, and there's the, U-shaped bathtub drain. And there was a clog, and so we're going to pull it loose and unclog it. And I was kind of standing right next to the old man, and he's staring straight up at the ceiling, and he's got the big old pipe wrench in his hand, and he's just trying to loosen that sumbitch, and it hadn't been loosened since the house was built in 1946, and he's trying to, and he finally busted that nut, I guess. No pun intended. And the pipe came loose, and 40 years, maybe more like 30 years of hell that was clogged in that drain fell perfectly, splashed perfectly down onto his face. It was jet black.
Oh.
It was thick like pudding. And just smooth down onto his face. The smell was second to none. And, I had to take a knee. I'm laughing so hard. And he removed his glasses. And so, of course, the two circles around his eyes from where his glasses used to be were the only sign that he was a human being.
That's so gross.
It had engulfed his entire skull.
Oh,
just
it's
this,
like a movie.
This black pudding mask. Oh, God. It was so bad.
I sure hope he used bar soap to wipe that off. Otherwise, your dad's not a real man.
That's right.
Have you ever seen that sludge? Anybody other than Nick?
No.
Oh, man. There's we had a plumber over, and he was fixing some other stuff, and one of the drains was clogged, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to work. And I really didn't want to take it apart. I figured I'd screw it up. And so he did, and he reached down the pipe, and the stuff, he just, with his bare hands, he pulled this stuff out. I thought I was going to barf. Oh. And I was really embarrassed. And he said, no, this has probably been here forever. This has been so long. But I thought, man, we're disgusting, and I had no idea we were that gross.
Dude, it was beautiful. By the way, the latest trend is showering in the dark.
Yeah, I don't fully understand.
Oh.
I rarely turn lights on.
Right.
But I don't shower in the dark.
I've done that.
It sounds like a
Call
good
me.
way. It sounds like a good way to crack a rib. Showering in the dark.
Do you like candles or something, Ashley?
I have before, but I've just showered in the dark before. I don't know why. When I was younger, I think I was trying to be dramatic.
Dramatic?
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you mean by that?
I don't understand.
Oh, it's a tough day. I'm so sad. I'm gonna go shower in the dark. I was a weird kid.
Well, it's all about how do they put this? A sensory change, right?
And it's specifically before you go to bed.
Yes, you shower before you go to bed in the dark, and it's supposed to prepare your body for sleep and all that fancy schmancy stuff. Sorry, the gas is starting to set in. I do find the bright lights of the bathroom to be more obnoxious as I get older. So now when I go into the bathroom for any reason, I just hit the tiny little night light.
Yeah, I love doing that.
I don't ever turn on the full-on, my God, it's just...
Too
I
much.
don't, I don't even know if ours works.
Abrasive.
Am I going under the knife for surgery? Why do the lights have to be so bright?
The only time I ever turn on a ceiling light is just in the shower. We've got like a single light above our shower.
Yeah, that's the new trend. Wellness trend. Boy, I'm dialed into that stuff big time. God, am I tired of people telling us what's going to kill us and how to live forever.
Well, the hard part is it changes all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is the
And
new...
it's quite dramatically, too. Like, oh, eggs are great for you. Oh, no, they're going to kill you.
Right.
Coffee. It seems like those are the two ones that come up quite a
I'm
bit.
just going to keep doing whatever I'm doing.
And I feel like I have the worst stomach issues when I try to go on like little, I'm like, hey, I'm going to have a salad for dinner tonight instead, and then I feel like that's when I get like the really, really bad stomach as opposed to just my normal wings and pizza type of routine.
Yeah, the only time I've ever had food poisoning is when I've eaten healthy.
Yeah, it's vegetables that have got me, too.
Dirty.
This is all similar to what you've heard before. I'm sure you've heard before that, if you want to get some good sleep, they recommend you dim the lights down to almost nothing the last hour or so that you're awake. It's supposed to prepare your body for sleep. So this is the same gimmick. They're saying jump into the shower in complete darkness before you go to bed, and your body will this, that, and this, that.
Do you guys get excited when houses or rooms in a house have like those little dimmer lights? I always get excited like a little kid. Like,
Well,
oh, look at this. You got a dimmer here.
It's certainly fancy, in my opinion, because we never had dimmer switches. We just had...
We had the push buttons.
It was either brighter than the sun, you know what I mean? When you flipped the switch in my house growing up, it was brighter than the sun, and you flipped it off, you couldn't see Dick Tracy. So
You know what I'm talking about? The push buttons, like the
Yeah.
old knob and tube. So you have like a top button and a bottom button to turn them off.
I think so.
That's what we had.
We
growing
just had
up.
those big fat light switches where you could hear from across town. Clunk when you turn it on. Burp when you turn it off.
I
Big
think-
fat switches.
I think when me and my husband were looking for a house to live in, that was like a important part of our house search. Even though you could easily, put in dimmer lights.
I did on all mine.
Anytime.
Oh, that's impressive.
Anytime
it's
we'd
not
see
that
a
hard.
house, we're like, oh, this one has dimmer lights. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Let's get this one.
It's fancy. I think of it as fancy. Showering in the dark. Look out, old timers. You're headed for the emergency room if you shower in the dark.
Could slip on a bar of soap in there.
Oh, somebody said we should get light up shower heads. I didn't know that was a thing. That's awesome.
I don't want to even begin to entertain that. That sounds like a lot of work. A light-up shower head. How the hell? How am I running electricity into the same water and electricity mixing, Josh? How does
Oh,
that?
Battery
sweet.
powered, I'd imagine.
Battery-powered.
You can change the color on them too. Have like a rainbow going on.
Battery-operated items are for bitches and sissies. Don't you know that? It's,
Oh yeah, that's
if you're
right.
not going just a bare, dangerous-looking electrical cord, you're nothing but a bitch.
Yeah, I want one old. Just there's not even any. There's no rubber on the outside.
It's
just
frayed.
a bare wire.
It's a swinging light bulb from a broken ceiling with exposed wires. That's the only way to do it if you want to be a man. Dimmer switches and battery-powered this or that.
Yeah, if I ever see one of those in there, it's battery powered. I'm gonna ask if any men shower in there because it sure doesn't look like it. This must be a woman's only shower.
All right, we ought to get going again on this beautiful Wednesday. We appreciate you joining us. Oh, a little bit later on, Randy Shaver will join us. Our next move, I think, will be towards the clapper is where it's at, people are telling me.
Oh,
My
I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, do those actually work?
Yes,
Does
they
anybody
do.
know? They do?
My
Okay.
dad had obviously my family's like every other family where the mom buys all the Christmas presents. But there was one year where my dad got really into the clapper and got like everybody in our family and extended family a clapper for Christmas.
When your parents were having sex, were the lights going on and off?
Stop it. Actually, I just got my husband just bought us a bed frame. He loves anything with lights. It's adorable. He's like a little kid with that kind of stuff.
Little Christmas lights type thing?
No, like the little strip of lights, and you can change the color.
Yeah, I got one of those in the basement.
And this bed frame, it has a setting where it, the lights change with sound.
Oh.
I'm like, all right. So he's really excited when the baby moves back or moves over to its bedroom. He's really excited to give that a go.
He wants to change the lighting in the room with his calls of passion.
Yeah.
The clapper's been around for decades. I never saw it.
Yeah, I've never seen one in person.
I haven't either. It was always a joke, right? The song, the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want one of those. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastards. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with that stupid news, I think is what we call it. Stupid news in a few minutes.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
What's up, guys? David Pollack here, former Georgia Bulldog, former analyst with College Game Day, and host of my new show, See Ball, Get Ball. I'm a defensive lineman. That's why that's the name. You see the ball, you go get it. We're going to dive deep into college football. We're going to break down film. We'll have bold takes, real conversations with the biggest names in the sport every single week. If you eat, sleep, and breathe college football like I do, man, I promise you, See Ball, Get Ball is for you. So do me a favor. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I hear you. We were talking earlier about how some of us grew up. The family soap bar. Bar of soap in the shower. Everybody in the family rubbed it all over their ass cheeks and genitalia and left it for the next person. The family soap bar. What a way to operate. How do you think you'd enjoy this back in the day? Cubby, a listener, texted in to say, my mom's boyfriend owned a motel, and he would bring home used motel soap for the house.
Well, I'd never call him Dad.
It's probably not all he brought home from the hotel either.
I don't care if you get married. I'm not calling you Dad.
Well, what do we need at the grocery store? Well, we should probably get some soap. No. Mom's boyfriend's coming home with some half-used bars of motel soap. We don't need to get any soap at the store. He's bringing home.
And those are the tiniest bars,
Yeah.
Just thin and crumbly.
Oh, that's great.
Look like Nestle Crunch bars, kind of.
Some hard-ons texted in when we were discussing soap, of all things. You know, you can't make this stuff up. There's always got to be someone to tell you that you're doing it all wrong. So some hard-ons texted in and said, you're using liquid soap. What do they call it? Body wash? That's for sissies. Real men use bar soap. That was the stance they wanted to take this morning. One of our listeners, by the name of Hillman Welder Jesus, texted in to say, bar soap, huh? You mean bitch bricks?
See, it goes both ways.
It does. He says body wash is where it's at. Bar soap is otherwise known as bitch bricks.
Now I'm going to refer to that as bitch bricks the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of made me think of the Nintendo Switch 2 is out right now, the newest Nintendo console, and I still don't have one. I'm still rocking my original Switch. My friends have called it my Nintendo bitch now.
The first one?
Yeah, because I haven't upgraded. I'm not cool, so they call it. Oh, you're still playing your Nintendo bitch, huh?
Instead of a Switch, it's a bitch.
Yep,
That's not fair.
I know.
And showering in the dark is the new wellness trend. If you want to fit in. By God, I know there's a lot of you out there who want to jump on every trend and then put it on social media. Showering in the dark is the latest wellness trend. One listener texted in to say, if I showered in the dark, I wouldn't be able to see my world map shower curtain and brush up on my geography.
Oh, that's neat.
That is cool.
He or she has a world map shower curtain.
I like that.
I've never learned in the shower.
I had a friend in college who he had in his bathroom a New York City subway map shower curtain. I'm like, how is this ever going to come in handy for you?
How does that apply to your friend from Egan?
Yeah, exactly. Who went to the we went to the U of M together. Is this?
Was that his way of trying to look more sophisticated?
I think so. Yeah.
Smart.
We're being asked if we buy our body wash when we pick up our tampons. Yeah, it's like the aisles right next to each other.
Right.
Of course.
And
Just
finally,
efficiency.
on the topic of our soap choices, one listener more or less said it all right here. I'm not going to judge anyone for their soap choices. I just wish more people used it. Nothing worse than being near somebody who smells like pure 100% all-American body odor. Everyone knows that smell in its purest form.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll
Spicy.
hit you right between the eyes. It'll part your hair. It'll part your hair. Oh, all right. On to the stupid news, where we're going to start off with a moron bank robber. For Cripe's sake, it's not 1873 anymore. Nobody gets away with bank robbery. But these dildos keep doing it. But I got to say that I do have a measure of respect for this effing bank robber, Jay Barone, because he used one of the oldest and most hilarious tricks in the book in the process of his bank robbery. He did the old neck brace gimmick. He also had a cane and walked with a limp while he was robbing the bank. So he did the old look as pathetic and harmless as possible routine, because who's going to suspect that the weak-looking schmuck with a cane and a neck brace would go ahead and rob a bank, right?
That's
Yeah.
a decent effort.
I guess, but at the same time, you're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, it's like Kaiser Sose in The Usual Suspects. He did that same gimmick.
Never seen it.
Spoiler alert?
Never saw it. And that's one of the movies that I get my nuts busted more than the others.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, when I mention to people that I never saw
Well,
the Usual Suspects, people, they reel in disgust.
Well, like Josh just said, I gave away the ending, so you're good to go now.
I didn't understand a word that you said.
Oh, good,
you
good.
know,
Yeah, don't
So
try and figure it out then. It's a great movie.
I'll never watch.
I think you'd enjoy it.
I
But
love-
actually, to your point, you said, he stands out. But I wonder if part of it is hoping people are focused so much on all that's going on with the guy, maybe they never even took a look at his face.
A lot of times when someone walks in the room looking that pathetic, with a neck brace, with a cane, with a limp, I think it makes sense that most people don't pay attention to that person out of kindness and sympathy. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
Look
don't want to
away.
stare,
you look away. It's too sad.
but you certainly remember those things about the person.
So how many times did we see this same routine on the Bugs Bunny cartoon show? It's old school and wonderful that this is still a bit in the first place. How many times did Bugs Bunny walk in the room looking all addled and whatnot, and then he'd break free from his fake leg cast and do something?
Or if it's a couple of kids robbing the bank, they're stacked on top of each other with a big trench coat over.
Right.
Yes. Classic.
I remember it was a very tall 8-year-old in a trench coat.
Very youthful looking face.
In Louisiana last Friday, Dinkus, walked into the bank looking like he had just been run over by a stagecoach. He had the cane, he had the neck brace. Dude also had a big old stupid hat on, sunglasses, a medical face mask, a fanny pack. He thought of everything. And the fun part is, once he got the bank teller to hand over the monies, he shed all of his props and ran like the wind. He's fine. He was fine after all. He made off with a, quote, undisclosed amount of cash. I don't think the bank wants to admit how much because they're embarrassed that they fell for his gimmick. And the cops think
they never do, though. They never release. Very infrequently do they ever say how much money they got.
I was unaware of that. Cops think he got into a motor vehicle and raced the F out of town quicker than you can say Jack Robinson. This guy's gone.
I can't remember the exact reason why, maybe to not encourage people, but I know when we used to have our FBI profiler in and she talked about bank robberies and stuff, she had mentioned that usually banks don't release that information. They do sometimes, but...
And this guy will be caught within a matter of days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they'll get him.
Yeah. I love
You
that,
see in
though.
TV shows now, though, like there was a show relatively recently where a guy was faking a limp. And there's like body language experts that will look at it and say, oh, that's fake. Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
can tell right there that's not a real thing.
Cool.
When you were a younger man, chasing skirts and whatnot, Josh, did you ever, have a slight injury or anything that maybe you exaggerated, to get a little attention from the ladies? Maybe you sprained your wrist on your skateboard. So you wrapped that sumbitch with an ace bandage. Just, my wrist, I was skate, that kind of a thing?
No, the closest I can think of is I had to go, when I cut my finger pretty bad at a restaurant I worked at, and I had to go to the emergency room. I had no idea a finger could bleed that much, and it did get down to the bone. And I got a pretty good scar here, but when we went in there, they're like, it's a pretty bad one. We're going to give you about 4 stitches. I remember being disappointed. I was going to ask you, can you fit a couple extra in there? 4 stitches doesn't sound as cool as staples and 100 stitches. Mm-hmm. So that's the closest I can come, is that I thought, well, this story's going to suck. I got 4 stitches. Nobody's going to think that's a big deal at all.
I've had a few black eyes in my day, and I always thought I wore it well.
In 6th grade, a buddy of mine tore his knee up playing football. He had to wear the big brace and was on crutches for a while, and cute girls would carry his backpack and his books between classes, and I legit thought, like, maybe I should tear my knee up too.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're watching youth sports, you see that sometimes with the kids. They fall or whatever, and they get up with this massive limp, which all of a sudden goes away quite quickly when they're on the sideline.
Sure.
Same type
Yeah.
of thing.
Uh-huh.
Little dramatic.
Ashley, did you ever think that a guy that looked like he was fresh from a scrap had a little extra sex appeal to him?
No.
No?
No,
The
that
kids
never
with-
got me.
The kids with casts always got a lot of attention from the girls.
It was
they'd
fun
have
to
the girls
sign.
they'd have them sign it, put little hearts on it and stuff.
Yeah, I always liked doing that, drawing little
I was-
pictures.
I was jealous of
But
that.
it was never, like extra appealing.
Okay, I thought I remember I did get a little extra attention from the ladies back in the day when I had a fresh black eye. There was one particular instance, out-of-town hockey tournament, some dude broke my nose for me. And for a couple weeks after that, I had this kind of perfectly tough guy NHL black eye, and
I guess
it worked for me. I'm telling you true stories here. It worked for me on those occasions.
I was thinking more like a broken arm or a broken leg along those lines. I guess a black eye or like a cool scar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh. This is cute. Only the far southeastern part of the United States could produce someone this effing brain dead. A numbskull gal down that way. She got herself arrested for trespassing, but she didn't think there would be any repercussions for her crime because of the government shutdown thing that we've got going these days.
That's awesome.
So like all crime is legal.
I like
Is
that
this
kind
the
of
purge?
thing. Or when somebody thinks like a a certain department can't pull them over on the freeway. Well, you're not a trooper. How can you pull me over on the freeway? That kind of thing. That is fun.
I used to think that when I was younger.
Well, you're a St. Louis Park cop, but I just got into Minneapolis when you pulled me over.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to those county lines that we used to hear about in the 70s, like in Smokey and the Bandit? What are you doing over here, Sheriff Buford T. Justice? You've crossed county lines. You've crossed a state line. I know we've had those conversations with our cop buddies before, but I can't remember.
You know, with sheriff's departments, I guess I'm not sure. But I know, like, let's say you're a Richfield cop clocks you in Richfield and you cross over 494 and you're in Bloomington. They're not going to skid to a stop and throw their hat and go, son of a gun. I think they're still going to pull you over.
It was something that I only saw on television and movies. Well, can't touch me now. I've crossed state or county lines.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard, all the redneck car shows.
Cops, let us know. I mean, so let's say you're, can you cross into Wisconsin if you're a state trooper and you catch somebody, they make it over the bridge? I mean, my uncle used to say, my uncle's a police officer and a prick, and he used to say, you can't outrun radio, meaning, like, sure, you might get away from me, but I just get on the radio and there's one of my partners, you know, a few blocks ahead, they're going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I used to live in Wisconsin, obviously I was crossing the border quite a bit, and I'd see them like turn around before they would get to the bridge. They'd always take like the Bayport exit and then turn around. But I don't know if it'd be different if they were, you know, actively looking at somebody speeding.
I just mentioned that, you know, Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey and the Bandit, all those old redneck movies and television shows from the 70s and 80s. That's where they usually had the conversations about state lines and county lines. I got to share this with you, Josh. Last night I caught an old episode of Malcolm Near the Middle.
Awesome.
A show that you turned me on to years ago. I ignored it for its first 10 years of existence, and now I have to watch it if it's ever on my television. I just had to share this with you because it cracked me up. I'm watching the show last night, and the old man brings Malcolm, Reese, and Dewey, so it's the boys from the family, brings them out for the day. Let's go do man things. And they think they're going to the car show at the convention center or whatever. Well, they walk in and they realize that they're a week late for the car show. Now at the convention center, it's a bridal convention. A bridal convention.
Yeah.
God dang it. I have to get this line right or it's going to ruin the whole story. God dang it. They walk in, and everyone else in the party, they realize they've missed the car show, and now it's, I got it now. It's a bridal convention. All of that information, though, is lost on Reese, and Reese looks up at the sign, and he says, Brides of the Future, that's the worst name for a car show that I've ever heard. And there's gowns everywhere and whatnot. No, stupid, we missed it by all right.
Poo-poos and pee-pees, Jesus said sheriffs are technically state police and can enforce nationwide. I did not know that.
You got to say that one more time.
That sheriffs are technically state police who can enforce nationwide.
Wow.
I would have thought maybe county, maybe statewide.
From New York to L.A., from Miami to Anchorage, nationwide, you say?
Yeah, folks are saying that the lines don't make a difference.
All right, so here's this gal. She got herself arrested for trespassing. And because of this government shutdown that we're in the middle of, she was confused on how things work. She goes by the name of Stormy.
Oh, cool.
With an I, yeah.
With an I, yes, with an I. I looked at her mugshot. She looks to be no stranger to hard, homemade street dope.
Yeah, she looks like she might be trying to have a little bit of a Kurt Cobain vibe going.
Oh.
She's not bad looking.
She was sleeping on the property of a business. The cops found her there, out cold, sleeping out front of a business, Summers. When one of the cops told her to pick her sad carcass up and get it off the property, Stormy brilliantly said, "You're not supposed to be working because the government is shut down." And the cop was all like, wait, what?
But I'm working.
Stormy started to walk away. It seemed as if she was going to comply, but then she upped and turned around and said to the cop, F you, I'm not going anywhere because the government is shut down.
I would have
Kinda
loved to have seen the satisfaction on her face as she said it. Like, you're
Yes.
so dumb.
Yes.
I'm so smart.
Kind of like the old International Waters line,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's so good.
Then she got all uppity. She was trying to fight the cop. The cop got to light her ass up with the taser gun. She was handcuffed and taken to jail, where the government was still open. And she was charged with this and that.
Yeah, you know, for as much crap as they deal with and the respect that they deserve but don't get, sometimes it might be fun to be a cop, like in this particular
Sometimes.
situation.
Absolutely.
Very
Yep.
rarely, I would imagine, but yes, sometimes.
All right, so you were talking about car shows and bridal shows from Malcolm in the Middle, Nick.
Yeah.
Physics teacher Jesus has an important piece of information. He said, if you want to party, the National Science Teacher Convention is in Minneapolis this weekend. Beakers up, he said.
Everybody's getting laid.
That sounds cool.
You know what, Dana? I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I know. Yeah, me too.
I mean, you're married to a teacher who's very provocative. And you hear that. I have a buddy who's a high school teacher, and before he was married, he'd say they go to those conventions. Well, maybe that's any convention.
It's any convention.
Yeah, it's any convention.
There's
not just
liquor,
teachers.
you're staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
People are just horny in general.
Pretty much.
Beakers up
Beakers up.
for the, and then they cling cling. They
Cute.
I bet that's a fun saying in the physics community.
They-
Drinking Yag bombs out of their beakers.
Well, I know a science teacher, and he is a big drinker. And I wonder maybe if he's going to join these folks at the science convention.
Mouse and Cheeses Jesus said his wife is a first-time listener. Thank you for tuning in, and she thinks that I sound, quote, heavy on the radio.
Oh, that'll make your day.
You know, I'm a little sensitive about that. Nick pointed it out yesterday.
Well, as you've put on weight here over the last year, your voice has grown a little deeper.
Does it sound more husky?
Yeah, it's a little huskier. Yeah.
Like just muscle husky or kind of fat
it's
husky?
like you're having trouble getting enough oxygen.
Ah, son of a gun.
Yeah, struggling.
It is kind of funny when we run into listeners at different events and stuff, and they're like, well, I never looked at the website to see what you guys look like. You don't look anything like you sound. But they never say if I look better than they anticipated or worse, so I'm just kind of like, okay.
Well, it
I
must
usually
be worse.
ask.
Yeah.
I ask, put them on the spot.
If they didn't say one way or the other, you're worse.
Yeah, that's a good point, Josh. Now my day's ruined, too.
Like, how overweight do I sound? Get back to me, Mouse and Cheeses, Jesus.
Yeah, get her opinion.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Estimate his BMI.
Text in with my BMI, exactly.
Speaking of the Caps, do I have a couple more? Oh, yeah, the Caps have been busy lately. But you know how it is. Sometimes you got to go 107 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone, risking your life and potentially the lives of dozens of innocent people. Sometimes you got to go 107 in a 55 because you want to get to Little Caesars before it closes.
You know, I appreciate her honesty here, but maybe you make something up in that situation. Mom's experiencing chest pains.
Oh.
I got to get home and get her to the hospital.
Yeah.
21-year-old gal made that move in a town called Palm Harbor.
What state is that in, out of curiosity?
I don't know. You have to look that up. 107 miles per hour. The nearest speed limit sign says 55. This was just before midnight, don't you know? When the police asked her, what are you friggin' doing? What are you, stupid or something? Why are you going so fast? She said she was trying to make it to Little Caesars before it closed at midnight. And apparently she was telling the truth. Here's a gal who really loves to eat.
No,
Yeah.
she's definitely not going to make it.
She's not going to make it.
Oh, that
point.
sucks.
I didn't know they were open that late.
Oh, the
Yeah.
But
crazy
I mean, I guess
bread.
that's not my lifestyle anymore.
Right, yeah. In my early 20s, I could tell you the location and the hours of
Yeah.
any Little Caesars in the, 5-county area.
Oh, yeah. That used to
Before
be the
this
hot
gig,
spot.
or maybe even the first couple of years of this gig, same thing.
Oh, I wouldn't have made it through my 20s if it wasn't for $5 hot and ready pizzas at Little Caesars.
Well, I remember in my 20s thinking, why isn't the world a 24-hour society? I'm so tired of things closing and stuff like that. Now if somebody wants to go to like a 7:30 movie, even on a Friday or Saturday, I think it's ridiculous.
What do you mean Chipotle's not open at 3:30 a.m.? Come on.
That used to be my thought back in the day.
When I was a kid and didn't have Dick Tracy to do, I had a 24-hour grocery store about 3 blocks from my house.
Oh, that was always fun.
So if I got hungry at 2, 3 in the morning, and that was my wheelhouse, was up all night, watching television, effing off, drinking beer, I could just go on up to the 24-hour grocery store and get myself a big old can of raviolios.
I used to want things to be open up later, but now I want things to be open up earlier.
Yeah.
Why can't I go to Caribou at 4:30 in the morning on my way to work?
I know what you mean. But, it's interesting, too, like different cities or neighborhoods will have different rules, right? Like there's a gym by us that has 24 in the name that has to close quite early because the neighbors don't want anything open that long.
There you go. What else is going on? Everyone's just dumb as balls. You got to see these 2 cutie pies, 2 plugs out there in Connecticut who tried to go ahead and steal some road signs. And I'm talking about the big green ones that you might be looking at right now on your way to work that tell you where you are and where to exit. The big friggin' green ones.
Why would you want those ones?
Because they're crackheads.
Unless they say it's like mile marker 420 or something, right?
Yeah, there was nothing
Weed
cute.
Road or something.
Good. I'm glad you pointed that out. This wasn't because it said Ass Cheeks Boulevard or anything. That's these
Welcome to Climax, Minnesota.
Right. These guys are just totally out of their minds. One of them's 42 years old, named Andrew. The other's 46. His name is Jonathan.
It's too old to be doing this.
The 2 of them were driving a full-size pickup with a nice-sized bed during their little caper. And the pickup is in terrible shape, by the way. This is the worst-looking pickup you've seen in at least this week. And the street signs are far too big. I mean, the signs, if you look at a picture, they were stacking them up in the bed of this pickup. Far too large for the pickup bed. They need a trailer. It looks like they made very little effort to secure their load. Maybe, to me, it looked, Josh, like there was some electrical tape or gum or something wrapped around the... Just awful.
This looks ridiculous, and you were trying to be discreet?
Well, they weren't really even trying to be discreet. These guys are junkies. If you look at their mugshot photos, so I don't know. They somehow wanted to turn in the signs for dope money. I don't understand these things. It usually has to be explained to me. And this was at 8:30 in the morning. Well-traveled roads, witnesses everywhere. So these guys were just out of their minds on drugs or something. But the pictures are somewhat humorous to think that they assumed they were going to drive away with these massive, heavy signs, more or less just laying on top of a broken pickup. See you in court. So these guys were so wasted, I doubt they had any concept of time or at all.
No. You posted that, didn't you, Ashley?
Yes, I did. It looks so comical. Those are going to fall off that truck.
Yeah, it does. It is. It's kind of like a comedy.
This is rock.
Unsafe.
I would hope that this is rock bottom for the boys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, so you guys aren't even going to wait till nightfall?
Right,
Nothing? There's nothing you thought of.
I like their mugshots because they're both looking like off to the side, and now I want to know what they're looking at.
They're seeing things. They're friggin' absolutely blown out on meth rocks.
You know what? You're right. The mugshot's pretty good, especially the guy on the right.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, God, they're here to get me. The other guy looks like he's ready to fight.
These guys are just completely... So there you go. Now, this is good news because it bothered me all weekend. This here is a callback to a story we covered last week in the stupid news. It appears that Purdue University, their campus police force, has mostly solved the mystery of Peanut Butter Man.
Yay! I'm excited to hear this
I became a
update.
fan of Peanut Butter Man, too. I did.
Yeah. There's worse things in the world.
Yeah, when I saw the pictures last week. If you remember, a dude covered from the tip of his noggin to his little toesies in peanut butters was spotted wandering around Purdue's campus. And like I said last week, it looked like someone picked him up by the ankles and just perfectly dipped him in a jar of peanut butter. And he caused a panic, especially for those with peanut allergies. For those on Purdue's campus with peanut allergies, hell, there were hazmat suit-wearing cleaning crews dispatched to the campus to wipe away all the peanut butter smudges that Peanut Butter Man had left behind on door handles and whatnot. Campus police were trying to figure out who the hell Peanut Butter Man was, what he wanted from us, what demands he might have, why was he covered in peanut butters. Witnesses assumed that Peanut Butter Man was a student who was undergoing some kind of hazing ritual, like the soggy sailor or the baby elephant walk. So anyways, the cops shook down some fools, tuned up a few locals, got the information they needed, and sort of solved the mystery. Turned out that Peanut Butter Man is a student and that he wasn't actually covered in peanut butter. It was actually it was sunflower seed butter.
Oh, well, that's
Didn't even
good.
know that was
No.
a thing.
Yeah, it's all right.
Never heard of it.
Where do you get it in mass quantities to coat your body in it?
Lunds or something.
I suppose.
bet it's got to be a fancier grocery store.
Yeah, they sell that like everywhere.
Oh, do they?
Uh-huh.
Like even your average everyday grocery store?
Yes, sir. Got it at Cub.
Peanut Butter Man is actually sunflower seed butter man.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if I was a part of that prank and I lost a bet or whatever it was and I had to be Peanut Butter Man, and then folks later on saying you might have killed someone with a peanut butter allergy, I would feel such a fool. I can't imagine how crappy I would feel. It's something I would never consider.
I would not be able to stop thinking about it. Like, of all the places I touched, I'd be like, oh, someone's going to die.
I'd be out there with some 409. I'd be scrubbing everything as quickly as I could.
Just handing out EpiPens to anybody who walks by.
Apologizing to folks that have no peanut allergies.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky I don't have allergies to anything, so this information easily escapes me. I forget that there are people out there who can die from a damn peanut.
Yeah,
sucks.
my neighbor, their kid has a peanut allergy, and it's bad. I mean, they are extra diligent. And I had no idea. I mean, shoot, it's like peanut dust can get some folks.
How do you live a normal life like that?
That information escapes me. How do you live a normal life?
I don't think you do.
You'd have to ask somebody who, because I couldn't tell you. I mean, you guys could maybe tell me. How many food products include peanuts that I'm totally unaware of? I don't know anything about food.
I couldn't tell you, but a lot of times you'll see, hey, there's a recall because this was made in a facility that also had peanuts, in it. There's so many
Jesus
rules and ways they have to separate everything.
When my nephew was a little kid, my brother and his wife, I don't remember, it was a long time ago, but they thought he had a peanut allergy. In the end, he did not. My dad wasn't listening when they told him this. And so one day my dad babysat the little boy and gave him a salted nut roll.
That is an insane amount of peanuts.
And then when my brother and his wife returned to my dad's place to pick up their child and saw the wrapper for a salted nut roll, they just panicked and raced him off to the doctor, and I think that's when they found out that he did not have a... So anyway, that's about all the police have figured out so far. They're still talking to informants and whatnot to try to figure out why Sunflower Seed Butter Man did what he did.
Oil Pumpin' Jesus said his daughter has a severe egg allergy. Everything good has eggs in it, he said.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing is...
That
If I
sucks.
suddenly had a child today with a peanut allergy or an egg allergy or something like that, boy, would I have to do some homework because I don't know what's in any of our foods. I don't follow that kind of a thing.
I'm going to help Melvin, the Mott Boy Jesus, and say, hey, good news, your wife likely does not have a peanut allergy. See, we're talking peanut allergies, not penis allergies. He said he believes she has a penis allergy because she gets sick every time she sees his.
Yeah. So the chief of campus police over there at Purdue University, a feller by the name of Kang, he said, because they're still on the lookout for this guy. I mean, they know he's a student. They know that it was sunflower seed butter, but they still want to know why. The chief of police said, not one man on this force is going to rest until we figure this out. Now let's go get a bite to eat.
Adios.
Sunflower seed butter.
I wonder if that was intentional. Like the person had the forethought to know this could be dangerous.
Oh.
And if so,
Sure,
I
again,
commend them.
I forgot where you were going with that. You think there's a chance that sunflower seed butter man chose sunflower seed butter to not risk the lives of his fellow students by using peanut butter.
Possibly, maybe I'm giving him more. He did slather himself in some sort of nut butter, but perhaps he was that aware.
There you go.
I wonder if that's good for your skin.
Well, I don't know if it's good for your skin. I want to know if it goes good with jelly. Does it?
Next thing you know, there's a girl running down campus and she's covered in grape jelly.
Do people buy sunflower seed nut butter, if I'm saying that all correctly, as a replacement for peanut butter, and then they mix it with jelly and put it between slices
I'm
of
sure,
bread?
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
somebody with a peanut allergy. That sounds like that's
Or
all.
it's just healthier, people say. So that's another reason.
Next time Peanut Butter Man is running out there, he needs Jelly Man to be his sidekick.
Yeah. Or a giant chocolate bar. I don't effing know. And I don't care.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Do you remember what you yelled, or is that just, did you just kind of... like,
I know, but if he say he gonna get a beat.
Well, yeah, she knows.
You get the PG version of it?
Let's freaking go.
What am I listening to?
So, Justin Edwards of the 76ers, he said...
Justin Edwards. I've never heard of the guy.
He's a forward.
Word.
He screamed, "Let's effing go," on the court. And apparently this upset his mother. So his mom told him that he's going to get a beating for his foul language.
A beating?
Yeah, she's going to whoop him.
Well, I hope everything turns all right for the kid. He screamed, "Let's effing go."
Yeah, like Tom Brady.
And his mom is going to dish out some beatings.
She doesn't like that word. She doesn't like the foul language. On national TV, that's what upset her the most.
One of my old buddies, and no one needs to panic here. There was never any physical abuse in their home. But one of my buddies had this cute gimmick with his daughter when she was very little. You know, we'd be sitting in my buddy's living room having a few beers, and it was bedtime for his daughter, but she wouldn't go to bed. You guys all know that game, right? Mm-hmm. And his daughter would run into the living room and continue to talk and play, and her dad would say, "It's time to get in bed. Let's go." Well, she kept ignoring him. But this was all he had to say to finally straighten her out. She'd come into the bedroom, into the living room, playing around again, and he'd say, "Hey, beatings." And she'd go off to bed. Hey, beatings.
We used to have a joking thing, too, at home where, I would tell the kids, "Listen, legally I'm not allowed to beat you." So I would just put my hand out and say, "All right, punish yourselves," and then they'd headbutt my hand.
That's awesome.
So I
Josh.
skirted around those rules.
Punish yourself.
Yeah, punish yourself.
I was telling you some bitches earlier, I tried to watch the Pigs game last night, but couldn't find it on my television.
Do you use
So I
your
missed,
voice remote? Ever?
Oh, I don't think I've
You have
done
to call
that.
them the Wild. You can't call them the Pigs.
Oh.
But that's how I find some of that stuff.
Yep.
I'll
'Cause it
try.
does get confusing with all the different channels.
It's
And then every
ridiculous.
once in a while it says, "Yeah, you don't subscribe to that. You can't get it."
Ridiculous. I'll try to figure that out next time. What I missed was a 2-1 home loss to the Sharks last night. We'll tell you all about that in a half hour when Randy Shaver ducks in. Golden Gopher, speaking of television, and the battle that we all have to endure these days trying to find our favorite ball club on television. Golden Gopher basketball plays tonight at Missouri. And this is, their first big test of the regular season. Missouri's a pretty good club. Golden Gophers have a lot of new faces, right, with that Nico Medved guy, the new coach.
Brother Boat Scotty Ma and Go Gophers, Big Ten Network.
I'm just not sure if I have the ability to watch this on television. I haven't seen it listed. If anyone can help me out, 651-989-9393. I love Golden Gopher basketball. There you go. Randy Shaver at 7:30. We'll duck out of the way and come back with Josh's news here in a few minutes.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
Mic drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritland. It's Raw.
So you do 4 platoons and 7 years at Team 3 when you go to the jump team.
Scariest job I had in the Navy until people started shooting at me.
Yeah.
It was a blast, though.
It's unfiltered.
At what point did you decide I'm done with the SEAL teams?
If you only knew how the Navy works, we don't have an enemy to fight, like we'll eat each other.
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
They're not looking for the best guy, they're looking for the right guy.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
You know that jerk across the street who's always got it in for me? Every year, that guy waits to see what decorations I put out and then finds a way to top me. I string lights, he strings better lights. I put out Frosty, he puts out an Elf Village. I put out Dracula, he does nothing, and I look like a jackass.
93X. Very scary, and we want to be safe where we live, so not a good feeling.
He does not live there. He is not a Cal student. He should not be inside a sorority unattended or without permission.
No, he should not. A man with a lengthy rap sheet slipped into a sorority at the University of California, Berkeley, watched women shower, and helped himself to their underpants. Police arrested 45-year-old Courtney Alford last Wednesday, 4 days after sorority members spotted a strange man roaming the house for what amounted to a one-man peep show and impromptu panty raid. Some students confronted him as he rifled through a co-ed's room before he fled about 6 a.m.
Jesus, what's wrong with this guy?
Others recalled seeing a middle-aged man drifting around the property as early as 3 a.m. on the hunt for panties and showering co-eds. Security footage captured Alford slipping in and out of the building in different outfits, topping off his costume change with a ski mask.
At some point, left, changed clothes, and came back, this time wearing a ski mask.
The early morning lapse in zipper judgment unfolded just as many students were wandering back from Halloween festivities on Greek Row.
Well, I bet he loved Halloween night over there.
Yeah, it seems like he did. During the investigation, cops learned he'd swiped several pairs of underwear and, perhaps titillated by perky pepperoni seen sudsy in the shower, he stole a few slices of pizza, too. Investigators tracked him down at his home last Wednesday, where he was arrested.
Yeah, don't blame the guy for all the panty stealing. He's got to be hungry. He needs some pizza.
That worked up an appetite?
Yeah.
What's he going to do now, whack off?
Yeah, I think that was his plan.
All right.
But he won't have privacy for that in a while. But you know what? Maybe he doesn't want privacy for something like that, a guy this sick.
The old panty raid, huh, Cubby?
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get his butt kicked. A suspect is clinging to life in a hospital bed after picking a fight with the wrong women and discovering just how sharp neighborhood hospitality can get. Police say the man slipped into a Minneapolis apartment Sunday and ambushed a woman and a girl inside. The girl, demonstrating both grit and getaway instincts, snatched a knife for self-defense, dashed to a neighbor's unit with the suspect thundering in pursuit. That suspect got a quick introduction to the neighbor, and unfortunately for him, the neighbor's hatchet. One decisive swing of neighborly solidarity, the rampage brought the rampage to an abrupt halt, and a very, very painful one at that. By the time officers arrived, the suspect was in disastrous condition and rushed to a hospital with life-threatening injuries.
Someone chopped off a thumb or something?
Yeah, they didn't mention specifically.
They hit him with a hatchet.
Yeah, he got hit with a hatchet.
Dude.
The girl and woman were also hospitalized for treatment, but are expected to recover. The hatcheted suspect isn't the only thing investigators are trying to put piece back together. They're also looking into whether the assailant had any prior connections to those victims.
ex-boyfriend kind of a thing,
Yeah,
maybe?
very well could be, right? I'd imagine it wasn't random. But that neighbor, he worked him up pretty good. A 53-year-old man wandered into a school parking lot late at night last week, planning to pay someone for sex. Unfortunately for that would-be customer, the sex worker was a cop.
That's how they get you.
And as it turned out, so was the would-be customer. A would-be customer who also happened to be the chief of police. The Cheshire Police Department's top cop was taken into custody Thursday night, accused of trying to solicit sex for money, though he insists he's innocent. You got it all wrong, you see. He claims he only meets with these women to talk to them to try and, quote, set them straight.
I'm so tired of that bit.
So they can leave the streets behind.
Right.
Authorities arrested the chief around 9:45 p.m. Thursday in the parking lot of Hoosac Valley Middle School and High School. He believed he'd be meeting someone for previously agreed-upon sexual acts, cops say. But investigators say he's actually been communicating with an undercover detective. After being read his rights, the chief told police he went on a website to try and get girls off the street. He said he meets with them, talks with them, and attempts to set them straight, adding that he's touched base with about 4 or 5 women over the past year. Mm-hmm. He explained he found the website roughly a year ago and described the meetings as more of a talk and an attempt to get them on a straight line to doing something other than this. He was relieved of duty as chief after his arrest and placed on paid administrative leave.
Yeah, nobody buys that story.
No.
That's the world's dumbest story.
It's been used too many times.
So you by yourself, you meet these girls on a website, agree to pay them for sex, show up at 10 o'clock at night in a parking lot, and try and talk some sense into them without notifying anybody in the department.
And that usually works, too.
An internal investigation into multiple sexual relationships within a South Carolina police department reached a messy climax last week, culminating in 5 employees handing in their resignations. After being thrust into the spotlight, 4 officers stepped down Thursday, joined by the agency's public information director, because, frankly, they were all banging each other, and they were banging real good. Adding to the comedy, the spelling of the department's name practically begged for a punchline. It's spelled Horry, and there were some very, very, very hoary things happening for sure. The department got a tip last month about a supervisor and an investigator having an inappropriate relationship. And it wasn't just the tip. Others confirmed the pair were involved as well. Despite the investigator being married to another officer in the Special Operations Unit. The department called the situation an unharmonious working environment, and the fallout clearly strained the unit. As the probe proceeded, the investigation stayed fluid, but the details got sticky. When investigators penetrated deeper, they discovered the same supervisor was juggling separate relationships with another member of the Special Operations Unit and with the department's communication official as well, both also married.
So everyone's folding each other in half at this cop shop.
Yeah, everybody. A more intimate review revealed the original investigator was simultaneously involved with yet another married officer in the Special Operations Unit as well.
Everybody's cheating. Everybody's folding each other in half. Are these all extraordinarily good-looking people?
I didn't see photos of any of them.
Can't resist?
I don't know. I know it's a bit confusing. So to understand it together, I put it in these terms. So you imagine the police department as the Avengers headquarters. So there's an officer playing the role of Tony Stark, and he assembles orgasms with Black Widow, Gamora, and Pepper Potts. Meanwhile, Black Widow was also secretly involved with Thor, riding his Asgardian hammer. And making things even more scandalous, several of the characters were already married to other workers at Avengers headquarters.
All right.
In all, there's about 5 people. They're all married to other people, and they're sharing each other.
You got a visual aid for me, Josh? I'm kind of a visual learner.
Oh, more of a visual?
Yeah.
I thought maybe you could picture those characters.
I can a little bit, but I could kind of need like the strings attached to pictures and things like that.
Yeah. Somebody's bound to get an STD.
Yeah, if one person gets one, everybody there's getting one.
Yeah.
And just when it seemed the week's quota of police department passion had been met, along comes Maryland's horniest sheriff. In a divorce complaint filed last month in Carroll County, Maryland Circuit Court, Heather DeWeese says her husband of 27 years, Carroll County Sheriff Jim DeWeese, carried on affairs with deputies, sheriff's office staff, and a grab bag of other slutty government employees. The complaint paints the sheriff as a serial and impressively industrious adulterer, So industrious, his wife believes she may never truly know how many women he slept with during their marriage.
Industrious.
The filing names 2 women that Heather believed her husband had relationships with and hints at several others, including local attorneys, members of the Carroll County State's Attorney's Office, Maryland State Troopers, staff, Sheriff's Office deputies and staff, and even candidates for elected office also had affairs with the sheriff.
All right, is this guy good looking?
No.
What?
I mean, he's not like horrible looking, but it must be personality and maybe his position.
Yeah, it's the position.
Sheriff DeWeese dismissed the claims as ridiculous and unsubstantiated, and he waved off the whole thing as a tabloid story. His attorney chimed in as well, calling the accusations a personal family allegation that shouldn't have been filed in the first place, and there will be no further comments. Sheriff DeWeese was elected sheriff in 2014 after retiring from the Maryland State Police as a captain, while his wife Heather, she serves as the first elected female clerk of Circuit Court for Carroll County.
Just pants up, pants down, pants up, pants down.
Yeah, that's
pants
a lot
up,
of folks.
Yeah.
A lot of different disciplines getting together there. And while the DeWeese drama is unusually public, it's hardly unique. A recent poll asked workers, have you ever been in a romantic or sexual relationship with someone at work who's your boss? 9% of people said yes. Another 2% chose prefer not to say, which is a curious answer if the response were no.
Right.
Even at 9%, that's roughly 1 in 11 people. The same study showed 73% of people believe it's unacceptable to have relationships between bosses and employees.
Absolutely.
Anybody here? I never have.
Just part-time jobs.
I had like creepy bosses, but
You had sex with your part-timer boss?
Yeah, like the assistant managers and stuff like that at Blockbuster or Camp Snoopy.
A managers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never once. I mean, at the restaurant, I worked at a few restaurants actually, but one for the one that I've been at the longest, everybody was having sex with everybody. Now I was left out of that equation.
That's what I've heard about restaurants. It's just one big orgy.
Oh, and it's a revolving door
100%.
because the turnover is so quick.
And you never got a piece.
No. Well, I mean, kinda.
What does that mean?
Just kinda.
What does that mean? Kissing?
Some
or
over
something?
the pants stuff?
No,
or something?
it was. I was in a relationship with somebody, and somebody was interested in me, and it actually got kind of weird. So that was like a whole thing. But
You're adorable.
But never.
You don't want to explain it to us?
Not really.
Okay.
Not so much. It was not. It was a bad situation.
But are we talking about sexual intercourse?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, nothing ever happened.
Oh.
I was groped inappropriately.
My God.
Yeah, it was.
You must have hated that.
I did. There's details involved that weren't very good.
No, I never had a boss situation.
Never once.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I've never been a boss, so I've never had the opposite situation.
Well, you're sort of a boss.
How am I? Like a girl boss?
What's that?
Girl
yeah.
boss? I could put that on a coffee cup.
What does that mean to be a girl boss?
I don't know. It's something people say.
I don't know, just
is
being
it
like
actually?
being like a bad bitch?
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, you're one of the bosses of this here radio program.
I don't know about that. There's other bosses running around here, I'm sure.
Well,
They
sure,
probably
there
got
are other
business
there are
suits
other
and-
bosses, but as far as this radio program goes, I'm just saying you could call yourself a boss.
All right. Well, I'm going to start looking for people to have intercourse with running around here.
Well, I hope it goes better than whatever the hell you were trying to explain to us earlier.
That was not good.
Someone grabbed your nuts or something.
Yeah, not good. And wouldn't stop. There's not enough Axe body spray in the world to mask what a Michigan man went through last summer. A new lawsuit says that construction workers lifted and rocked a porta potty with him inside.
Never funny.
And along with him, in that cramped blue box, a putrid stew of sun-baked poo-poos and pee-pees.
I'd kill a guy. I think I'd kill a guy.
100%.
The 59-year-old filed a lawsuit after the stunt left him drenched in excrement. And
So would I.
And he's now seeking $25,000 from the contracting firm involved.
Good for him.
According to the suit, the man had been riding his bike on the afternoon of August 13th when nature called. So you know it was good and hot in there. Spotting a construction site, he stopped to use a porta potty. One, he said, had no sign suggesting that it was off limits or private. But almost as soon as he stepped inside, employees began yelling at him. Moments later, he heard an engine rumble to life, followed by the deeply unwelcome sensation of the entire plastic throne levitating. Workers used a forklift to partially lift the porta potty and rock it back and forth, leaving him splattered with human waste and the harsh chemicals inside. When he finally stumbled out for air, some mouthwash, and a bar of soap, the suit says employees openly mocked him. The defendant's conduct was so outrageous in character and so extreme in degree as to go beyond all possible bounds of decency and be regarded as atrocious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community, the filing states. His attorneys allege the workers acted intentionally and maliciously. They knew he was in there and they were fooling with him, rocking it, the lawsuit said. They laughed and heckled him when he left. The suit brings 3 counts: battery, negligence, and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Stick it to him. Stick it to him.
Yeah,
so why did they do
not cool at all.
Why did they do this to him? Because he wasn't a worker there? They didn't think he should be able to take a friggin' 10-minute deuce in there?
Could be. They mentioned that the gentleman was homeless as well. Maybe they were messing with the homeless guy.
That's not cool.
So, yeah, not 100% sure.
I hope this guy's on easy street for the rest of his life because of that.
He might be.
There's absolutely nothing funny about that.
The universe isn't finished using portable toilets as the stage for a fresh pile of misadventure. A Florida man's in deep doo-doo after stealing a construction worker's car, trying to run him over with it, and then hiding in a portable toilet where he took off his pants.
Well, that didn't work for the guy in Jurassic Park.
Oh, no. That was
Not
terrifying.
one bit.
Sanibel police arrested 43-year-old Joshua Mulnix after a construction worker reported he'd wandered in from a nearby beach wearing nothing but sweatpants and strolled onto private property. The worker said when he told the man to leave, Mulnix wouldn't budge, then pivoted to trying to pry open a shed. When that plan fizzled, Mulnix spotted the worker's unlocked SUV with the keys inside. He slid behind the wheel, fired up the engine, and gunned it toward the worker, who had to leap out of the way to avoid becoming an unplanned hood ornament. Mulnix then punched through the property's gate and drove off.
There's a lot of big houses, not really much crime you ever see out here.
Lock your cars, you can never be too careful.
Meanwhile, deputies were responding to a separate call about a suspicious man matching his description. A man who looked a whole lot like him had parked the stolen SUV and darted into a nearby porta potty. The caller said he appeared to be on drugs, which by this point wasn't shocking anyone. He then stepped out of his temporary feces foxhole, minus his pants, just in time for a deputy to see him sprint off while brandishing 2 wooden stakes like he was going after a vampire. He charged toward another vehicle, and the deputy hit him with the ouchy end of a taser, bringing the pantsless hooligan to a halt. An affidavit noted a pair of gray sweatpants inside the porta potty that he had ducked into, and police say his joyride in the construction worker's SUV racked up an estimated $4,000 in damages.
Oof.
Friggin' idiot. One of my buddies was driving drunk one night. He doesn't do that anymore, but this is years ago. He was driving drunk one night and got into a construction zone with a lot of pylons and lane changes and things like that. And he panicked. He thought, I'm not going to be able to handle this. So he ditched his vehicle and hid in a porta potty until his sister came and picked him up.
Did they end up getting him?
Who?
The cops ever get him?
No.
They didn't just run the plate or anything?
His sister got him out of there the next day, went and got his pickup.
If your watch list could use some fattening up, here's a new 2 for your queue. Netflix released Being Eddie today, where Eddie Murphy shows viewers how he went from teenage stand-up stages to Hollywood superstardom. And over on Prime Video, Playdate asks the eternal question, how bad can a simple hangout between dads really get? Well, when you're unemployed, overstressed, and paired with a loose cannon, apparently very. The cast includes Reacher, a.k.a. Alan Richson, a much smaller Alan Tudyk, as well as Kevin James, Sarah Chalke, Stephen Root, and Isla Fisher.
Reacher, Josh.
Yeah,
Reacher.
Reacher's in this thing.
Kevin James.
You got to get past that.
I kind of like Kevin James. There's nothing funny about him to you? He's kind of endearing to me a little bit.
No.
Really, nothing?
No.
Yeah. He kind of seems like a guy you might get into every once in a while.
Not going to get into it, Cubby.
Not even going to try?
Nope.
Kevin James.
Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin James. Ryan Gosling is 45 today. Megan Mullally, 67. Al Michaels, 81.
Jesus.
Happy 50th to David Lee from your big brother, hotel manager Jesus. Happy birthday to formerly sexy middle school nurse Jesus from Insulation Hauling Jesus. And once again, we'd like to thank our guest, Zach Johnson, yesterday, who came in yesterday from Roger Up, who was awesome. He shared his important message about taking care of our veterans. You can check out 93x.com for ways to learn more about his inspiring work. Contact him if you're in need of his support, or find ways to support the cause. So our thanks again go out to you, Zach. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Hey, Chuck, is it true that you burned all of your underwear almost 20 years ago and haven't worn any since?
Yeah, I realized that underwear were not a necessity. So it was a big fire too, Peyton. So I'm always going Comanche. Is it Comanche?
Commando.
Yeah, I burned all my underwear about 30 years ago. Like I said, it was a big fire, so I'm always going Commando for the rest of my life.
Is that a true story? Charles Barkley burned all of his drawers?
That's what he claims, that, when he decided he didn't want to wear underwear anymore, he just burned it all. And he joked about the size of the fire.
I imagine it was a large fire. He could have just thrown them into the trash, but he had to make it ceremonial in one way or another.
Seems
Charles
that way.
Barkley was a guest on Monday Night Football, it sounds like.
The Manning Cast.
The Manning Cast. That's Monday Night Football, right?
It is.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. All right. Well, some fellers rarely wear underwear. Or when they do, it's something pretty unusual. Like our guests, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Something happened to Randy?
I was waiting for Randy to say good morning first, but he didn't.
I'm here.
There he
Randy.
is.
Oh, hi.
There he
I'm
is.
here.
What movie? I rarely wear underwear, but when I do, it's something that's usually, how does he say it? What movie?
I have no idea.
651-989-9393. Rarely wear underwear, but when I do, it's usually something pretty erotic, something unusual. I know someone will answer the question. Here we go.
Kind of gross.
Is it Ron Burgundy?
No. It's way older than Ron Burgundy. All right, let's start off by talking a little hockey
It says here Ron Burgundy.
with two guys who never laced up a pair of skates in their entire lives. It's our Wild Update brought to you by Luther Kia of Bloomington.
Before you begin your road trip, ask yourself, do you really need 5 full suitcases? With the new 2026 Kia Sportage X-Pro's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need. Visit Luther Kia of Bloomington today. Keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely and obey all traffic laws. Comparisons based on second row legroom and cargo space behind second row seats in the subcompact SUV class according to Kia segmentation as of June 2025.
Stripes is the movie. Thank you for texting in, everybody. Stripes. Bill Murray, when they're sitting around with Sergeant Holka, everyone's getting to know each other. Nothing?
I didn't see it.
No, I don't
Seen it
recall
in
that
30
line.
years.
No. Yeah.
Randy Shaver, you've never watched Stripes?
You know, it's funny. I've never watched that movie.
Oh, my God.
That's true.
I'll never forget. That's the first movie I ever saw a topless woman in.
Yeah, there's some boobs in there. That is incredible. I don't think I've ever met anybody, especially at your age, Randy Shaver, or a little younger, who's never watched Stripes. Yeah. Fascinating to me. I'm gonna get the exact line here. I'm on IMDb. IMDb.com will give you all that information. I tried to watch the Pigs game last night, couldn't find it on my television. Someone tells me it was on some kind of an app or something. What I missed was a 2-1 home loss to the San Jose Sharks.
People were telling us it was on Disney Plus.
That's so weird.
Oh, I don't know what it was on, but it was some kind of an app.
Yeah, that's an app.
Why is it so hard to watch sports in 2025?
Right. Was it
weird.
right after Phineas and Ferb or what?
I missed it. Some free hockey was played last night. They took her into overtime. I'll say this much. I watched the highlights of the game. All 3 goals scored were very pretty goals, especially San Jose's first goal of the evening. That was a video game type of a goal. In the end, a kid by the name of Colin Graff scored 2 minutes and some odd seconds into overtime, and the Sharks got the win. San Jose's won 4 in a row. Matt Boldy scored for the Pigs, his 4th goal in 4 games. Up next, a Saturday game with the Anaheim Ducks of Anaheim. I'm still trying to find the line about the underwear, but it's a good one. Still trying to find it. Next up, a game with the Anaheim Ducks. So, yeah, it sounds like I wasn't alone.
I did not see it either.
Quite a few people who were looking for that hockey game last night and couldn't find it.
I can't say I looked very long, but I did look for a few seconds.
Yeah, I punched up FanDuel Network. It wasn't there, so I figured, okay.
Well, I'm all out of ideas now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm telling the truth, right? I mean, you guys, neither one of you have ever laced up a pair of skates in your life.
No, that's not true.
I tried once.
You did try once.
Yeah.
I tried once.
Yeah.
Randy, you also tried skating once.
My dad, as a part-time job one winter, ran a skating rink in Cedar Rapids.
Your dad was the Zamboni guy?
My dad was a firefighter.
Right.
So one of his part-time jobs was to supervise an ice rink.
Yeah.
Not Zamboni, just supervise, make sure nobody got hurt, kind of a thing. And so I would go there. It was like on a Saturday.
Oh.
And I would go there and lace them up and fall down and, didn't know what I was doing. And
that's adorable.
Was out there for like 10 minutes, was too cold, came in, and then left. So.
I understand.
This is an absolutely true story. The only time I have tried once, the only time I've ever tried to skate before. I was in high school. Our high school basketball coach had a hard and fast rule. If you were playing basketball, you could not skate. Like, he would not allow his players to skate or ski during basketball season.
Didn't want you to get hurt.
Nope, too afraid of the twisted ankles, whatever. So there was a little skating rink in Clara City. Not sure if there still is one or not. And some of us during Christmas break snuck down there, some of the basketball players, to go skating one day. And about 20 minutes after we got our skates laced up, his car pulled into the parking lot. The basketball coach's car pulls into the parking lot. He gave us a little bit of grief. We went home, and that was the only time I ever skated.
I'll be damned.
I had nothing better to do over Christmas break than supervise the ice rink.
Right? I guess not. I guess not in that town, but yeah.
I kind of, I drove the Zamboni for a few years at the old Wayzata High School, but also because I was technically working for the school district, I also would hold down some hours as just a building superintendent. Like I would hang out at the junior high and open up a cooking class. That's my only task was to unlock the classroom where cooking class was going to be held, unlock and push open the door, and then close it and lock it when the cooking class was over. It was just, I don't know why the hell I ever walked away from that gig.
Yeah, sounds pretty cushy.
Driving the Zamboni in the winter, and then in the other times of the year, I would be this, just by title, a building superintendent or building attendant or whatever you want to call it, and I would just kick my feet up on a table, and I would know when to lock and unlock certain doors. Your dad, Randy Shaver, supervising the open skate, that must have been such a cake gig, man.
I don't recall any of the issues that he had. I'm sure he did.
Probably had to pick up a few teeth here and there. Kids fall down.
I'm sure there were some issues here and there, but
that's very.
For the most part, it was just a bunch of people skating on a terrible man-made ice rink pond.
It was outdoors.
Oh yeah, it was an outdoor rink.
I thought maybe it was. You had a hockey rink.
No, hell no. In Iowa? No.
Yeah, ours was outdoor too in Clare.
Yeah, it was outdoor.
Iowegians didn't build any hockey rinks at all?
Never heard of hockey until I moved up here.
Not even in the big city of Cedar Rapids, they didn't have an indoor rink?
No.
Chicks dig me.
Not that
there it is.
Because I rarely wear underwear, and when I do, it's usually something unusual.
Usually something unusual. See, I didn't think that he would put those words to... I can understand why there was not an indoor hockey rink in Clara City, for Pete's sake. That's the middle of nowhere, and they don't really play hockey in that neighborhood. No. But Cedar Rapids was a pretty big town.
Yeah. It's the second largest city in Iowa.
Right.
But I don't recall an indoor rink.
Yeah, we played the majority of our games outdoors until we hit Pee-wees, and even as bantams, we were still playing outdoor hockey. Bantams, 15, 16 years old. I probably played my last outdoor game of hockey maybe when I was 15, maybe 16. So, yeah, I mean, it was...
What's that line in the Wild song about the moms flooding the rink or something like that?
Yeah, that never happened.
The mom was the referee.
Mom was never the referee.
Sorry, Wild folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Drunk Uncle Jerry was not
referee.
flooding the rink. They actually had some professionals for that. I know the song leads you into all different ideas, but yeah, it was a thing. We had to tough it out. Last night, St. Louis Blues goaltender Jordan Binnington set the franchise record for games played between the pipes. He did this last night, and the funny part is he passed his agent for the record. His agent is Mike Liute, a guy I watched play many times at the old Met Center, and even had a chance one night to drink beer with Mike Liute. Binnington played in his 348th game, which turned out to be a win over Calgary, breaking the record held by Mike Liute, who happens to be Binnington's agent. And Binnington said after the game he plans to bust Liute's balls quite a bit about this. Real interesting night one night a number of years ago. I was out having a few Steve Weisers with Mark Parrish. And when I walked into the bar, Parrish is hanging out with this tall, skinny, older guy. And, of course, I did not recognize his face. All the while when I was a kid watching Mike Liute play hockey, he's wearing a goalie mask. And Parrish says, yeah, hey, Nick, this is my, I don't know if he was his agent or buddy. This is my buddy Mike Liute. And I said, what? I mean, I made an ass out of myself telling all these old Met Center stories, and he's like, yeah, dude, I know. I was that. You don't have to tell me about that game. I was on the ice.
I kind of picture you like Chris Farley in that Saturday Night Live skit where
I was a little nervous.
Interviewing people like, do you remember that time when you guys were playing? Was that cool? It was a good night, man.
It was a surprise deal, I wish I would have recognized him when I walked into the bar, but I did not. Oh, all right, there you go. So, again, Pigs don't play again till, what did I say, Saturday? God, they get a lot of time off in the NHL. Hey, if you're drawn to rich and famous people who are also completely off their rockers, Tom Brady's going to be at the Mall of America this weekend.
That'll be something.
Why?
I got a Hooters, Randy.
Wow.
Come on.
Way to sound excited.
Wow, Randy, you used to be a Tom Brady defender, and now
why is he here?
I'll tell you
They
why.
must be here for the game on Sunday, I'm assuming.
Well, yes, he's in town to call the ball game between the Bears and the Vikings. That's part of it. But also, it's to cut the ribbon on his new roller coaster at the fun park over there. The ride is called the Chamber of Farts.
A fart.
Come on.
Who dare enter the Chamber of Farts? Oh, we have another victim, eh?
Come on.
Chamber.
Get in line now for the Chamber of Farts. Dare you enter the Chamber of Farts?
Keep your hands inside at all times. Okay.
So, the Chamber of Farts has another victim, eh? Don't be afraid. There aren't any ghouls here. Only farts!
No, Tom Brady does not have a new ride called the Chamber of Farts. I'm kidding. It's totally unnecessary information, really. Goofy-ass Brady is opening a new trading card and sports memorabilia store. We already have Fan HQ. We don't need this new joint.
Amen.
Yeah, but Fan HQ's more of jerseys and stuff. Are they really cards?
It's everything you want.
They are, okay.
Everything you want.
Fan HQ cards are big again right now.
Yeah,
cards
they
are huge right now.
Don't even walk into Brady's store. Don't even walk in there.
It's a big business.
It's so big that unboxing videos are popular. People just opening packs of cards, and people watch those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's become so big. Is that's a big part of it now is opening these boxes and finding rare cards and that kind of thing.
My son used to watch these guys that would open up sports cards online all the time. It was actually kind of an entertaining show they put on.
Somebody sent me one. A buddy of mine sent me one of some packs that I'd be interested in, soccer related, and I watched it, and it was like oddly fascinating. And like I watched the entire 15-minute video.
Yeah,
and I was riveted.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It sounds boring, but they do a good job.
Tom Brady doesn't strike me as the type of person who would want to hang around a lot of people who collect cards.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't really seem to me like his crowd for some reason.
No,
That's
he's
why
not. He'll be there for 10 minutes surrounded by security.
Yeah.
He'll take a picture with the boss, and they'll whisk him away on a spaceship or something.
Doesn't feel like his thing. But
No, bunch of Magic the Gathering people and whatnot.
He's saying he's not going to swing through Rainforest Cafe for a meal?
I wouldn't think so.
I doubt it.
Dude.
Ride the Snoopy ride?
Snoopy ride.
It's a picture of him, that they do those the down the log flume, and he's got his hands in the air.
Go stroll through the Lulu store,
Yeah.
That sounds more like him.
He's going to be in town to call that Vikings-Bears game, though. I still haven't seen how he does on television. I haven't paid attention to that.
He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he can be.
Yeah.
He thinks he's pretty good. Now that the New York Giants gassed their head coach, of course, there are dildos who want to go right ahead with the friggin' Bill Belichick rumors. For next football season. Belichick and his hot granddaughter are still busy down there at the University of North Carolina destroying everything that crosses their path.
His hot granddaughter.
Yeah, he's down there with his hot granddaughter. They're still busy in North Carolina, but maybe next year he'll coach the Giants. Your comments.
I don't have a comment.
If I was a fan of the opposing teams in that division, I'd hope they hire him.
Yeah.
I can see there being mutual interest in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the Giants are moving towards a different direction. I don't think that Bill Belichick is the answer for them.
Well, I'm not sure he's the answer. I can just see that, interest a little bit on both sides, but yeah.
Listeners are texting in, Randy, saying there's an indoor rink in Waterloo, Iowa.
Well, yeah, maybe now, not in 1972.
So you're saying there was no indoor rinks anywhere in Iowa? Nowhere.
Nick. Well, in Iowa?
Yes, in Iowa.
I wouldn't know that.
Well, okay.
In Cedar Rapids, we had indoor roller skating rinks, but we did not have ice skating indoors.
That's where you met the babes.
Yeah.
You said no. You seemed adamant about it, so I thought maybe you knew something, like some history of indoor rinks in the state of Iowa or something like that.
No, I don't know whether there's indoor rinks in other places, but
I thought you had some fascinating fact where you were going to say the state of Iowa did not build an indoor rink until 1979 or something.
He's an Iowa history buff.
Well, he's an Iowegian.
Well, I understand. I appreciate that. But
yeah, you are an Iowegian. Detroit Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams. Okay. I haven't heard of him yet. He had a standout game a few days ago against my Washington Commodores. And then he wore a naughty hat to the post-game press conference. As a matter of fact, when the Detroit Lions posted clips on their social media accounts where they show players being interviewed and all that boring nonsense, on the Detroit Lions website, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah,
no, right. It was their social media.
Yeah. Social media. The front of this Williams kid's hat was blurred when he was speaking to the media. So naturally, everyone wanted to know, well, what did it say on his hat that they had to blur it out for social? As it turns out, he was wearing a baseball cap that simply said "sex."
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I thought it'd be more filthy. I've seen that hat before. So I don't. Is that a reference to an album or something?
Not that I know of.
Well, it was a Madonna book.
Did you ever own that book?
No, I never owned it, but you know the story, don't you?
I know you've told us. Like, it was on somebody's coffee table.
When that book came out, I think it was just called Sex, where she's just completely nude and scissoring with women and whatnot. It's got to be 35 years ago.
Oh yeah.
How many? Early 90s. Pistol Pete called me and said, hey, you want to come over and have some beers? I said, nah, I'm a little tired. He said, I got the new Madonna book. I said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And when Pistol Pete had it on his coffee table. So the hat that this Jameson Williams is wearing just simply said sex. That's so dumb. It's like not to keep going back to South Park, but Kenny's dad walks around with the hat that just says liquor on it, right?
Yeah.
Do I have the right? Is it beer or liquor?
Something
or
like that, yeah.
Whiskey? What is it? Kenny's dad. He wears a hat that just states, I thought it was liquor, but I can't. So a lot of people were wondering why the Lions were so afraid of the word sex. I don't.
It says Scotch, by the way.
Oh, Scotch.
God, there it is. And Kenny's dad didn't strike me as a Scotch drinker either.
Nah,
No?
he seems like he's just a beer guy.
Uh-huh.
They were so afraid of the word sex that they blurted it out. Yeah.
All that did was raise interest in it, really.
Yeah.
Did anyone? Has anyone texted in? Do they know the gimmick? Is this, like Josh asked, is this a famous song? Is it a famous line from a movie? Does it? We don't know. It's got to be in reference to something. It can't just be plain old. Guy's got a hat that says sex on it. I don't understand the young people. This is interesting. A Denver Broncos linebacker by the name of Alex Singleton found out he had nut cancer from one of those random NFL drug tests. He's already upped and had surgery to remove the tumor. I don't know if they had to remove the entire thing, meaning his bad nut. But they caught it early because of that drug test, and he's doing fine.
Wow.
Elevated levels of a hormone called HCG let the doctors know that there might be something wrong with his wad.
I hate to be the one to keep harping on this, but that's what guys need to do. They need to have a physical every year.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
It's just that simple. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated.
Well, there's more than one reason why you should have a physical every year.
Right.
I mean, not just for that. Obviously, there's other things they can find too. It's not that hard. You're right.
There's nothing wrong with pumping that out every once in a while, Randy Shaver, reminding dudes to get checked out.
I just, and I honestly, I was one of those guys that didn't do it until I found that I had prostate cancer. And that's, I'm glad that I had a doctor who was diligent, because if I didn't, there's no symptoms, you're not going to know it, and it can be deadly. So,
did you first get diagnosed at a regular checkup, or?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you start understanding that you have elevated levels.
So it was a blood test that they do?
Yep, that's correct. And so, and you have to ask for it sometimes. Sometimes doctors won't necessarily do it.
I've been given a choice between the finger or the blood test, and I always have taken the blood test.
I think,
and then regretted it afterwards. Yeah. Missed opportunity, I think.
I thought you'd say you took the finger and you regretted it.
No, I don't have the courage.
Get a little pleasure out of it,
I'm
Josh.
too prude. Later on, I think,
Josh, do yourself a favor and get both each time.
Take the finger.
Medically, I'd like the blood test, but, you know.
But if they
physically
ask you to come back every week, you might want to question that.
Take the finger, and it better not be a pinky. I'm here for fun.
2 thumbs, or I'm out of here.
The first indoor skating rink in Iowa, called Skateland, was built in Ames and opened in 1949. It was notable for being the only rink in the Midwest with air conditioning and featured a wooden skating floor.
Yeah, that's a roller skating rink.
Well, they put ice on top of the floor, is what at least what Wikipedia leads me to believe. So during the winter, they'd ice it down, and in the spring and summer, then you could roller skate on a warped wooden floor.
Yeah.
If you wanted to blow your ACL out of you. Just blow an ACL right out the front of your blue jeans back in the 50s. With big
and if you got an ACL in the 50s, 60s, or 70s, you're not coming back from that for a long time.
No, just you hand you a set of crutches and say "suck it up."
You're basically done. So
1949. Oh, man.
10 beers and a wank, Jesus said his mind always tells him to do the blood test, but his heart wants the finger. That's how I am. I just don't have the courage.
Just take the finger.
Oh, I was so glad when they started offering the blood test. Oh, I was very thankful for that. That was just a handful of years ago, for at least in my experience, where they're like, "Hey, would you rather do this?" I'm like,
by the way, what test are we talking about?
They test
prostate.
Prostate.
Yeah, there's
Right.
I don't know, something in your blood. If it's elevated,
that's correct.
It's possible you have prostate cancer.
So then they start to finger you or give you repeated blood tests.
Yeah, I'm not sure
If
exactly
you
how
have-
that works. Randy would know. He went through the process afterwards.
I mean, I've had a colonoscopy, but I don't think I've ever been fingered.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Physicals
I'm really surprised by that, Nick.
I mean, maybe I
Even
have.
when I was a teenager.
If you had a colonoscopy, you've been fingered, probably.
Okay, well then, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember these things. I'm up to date on all my physicals. I just can't remember the fingering. I should remember these things.
Do you remember
that would be something you'd remember.
Did
I
they
think.
offer you a drink first, and then you don't remember anything?
Yeah, we were in a van.
Okay, this is a good start. Did they have a stethoscope?
I got really sleepy, and
You woke up in a different location.
There's just a disco ball in the back of the van.
I must have been fingered along the way.
I'm sure you
at
were.
one point. By the way, speaking of all this kind of stuff, my brother, total sissy, afraid of the doctor, he finally went in yesterday for his first colonoscopy. No one's heard from him since.
Are you serious?
He liked it that much he stayed the night?
Finally ducked in there. Stupid idiot.
That's another one we should say once again. If you're worried about it, somebody actually texted yesterday and asked me about it, the colonoscopy. I was very, very worried about it. I canceled 2, maybe 3 appointments. I just didn't think I could do it. Finally, I did. I think I was inspired by Randy. Finally, I did it, and it was no big deal at all. Even the prep,
It's no big deal.
I didn't think the prep was anywhere near as bad as people said. I was very afraid I'd wake up. I was awake the whole time, but whatever they give you, I didn't care. It's well worth it. And I know, Nick, you had the exact same experience where
it was a breeze.
I would do it. No, I had a second one.
I mean, it's
in
not
May.
something. It's not something I'm going to sign up for on my own without being told I need one. But if I need one, it's not that bad.
Yeah, don't. I wasted a lot of time worrying about it. I wish I would.
Especially if you're clean when you do it. I mean, they tell you see you in 5 years or see you in 10 years or whatever. I mean, you don't have to get it that often.
And I wasn't the first time. I had to go back at 3 years. Luckily, this time I'm good for 5. But my brother was kind of pissed at me because he said, "Hey, thanks to you not being clean your first one," and by being clean, they found some polyps. My brother had to go at 3 years as well.
So are you saying I should remember these fingerings?
Yeah, they stood out.
I don't remember them.
I mean,
bet they
it's
never
a whole
happened
process. They snap on the glove, they lube up the finger or fingers.
All right, so let me just be serious for a second.
Yes,
Rick,
Randy.
when you've gone to have your physical, did they do a blood test?
Yes.
Okay. Did they talk to you about doing checking your prostate levels?
Maybe.
Did they well do you need to have your wife go with you when you go?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they don't bring it up.
She pays attention to things like that.
Because I've never I don't think
when
I've ever,
is your next physical?
Well, I just had one.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be next fall.
And no one threw me up onto a pinball machine or anything.
Okay.
They just
all right.
I'll have to ask some questions here. I don't remember.
Maybe that's why you always get flowers like a week after all your physicals.
But if they test my blood, is this what you were saying, Josh? They test your blood, they see high levels of something or another,
Like a
and
PSA
and then
Yes.
they finger you.
No.
Well, they'll finger you anyway.
Huh. All
yeah.
right.
I'm given the choice. When I've gone, they said, "Hey, we need to check your prostate. We can do a blood test, or I could just, we could become intimate here."
We'll figure this out.
Yeah, you'll get it going.
How about this statistic for you football fans? In the last 6 ball games, Matt Stafford, quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, has thrown 20 touchdown passes along with 0 interceptions.
He's been amazing.
It is pretty good.
And there were some kind of brief discussions before the season that he was contemplating maybe retiring, that he was getting that thought is starting to creep into his head that it's getting close to retiring, but he's playing at an MVP level right now. He's just really playing great.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams.
16th season, I think.
16 seasons.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Rams, people don't really lump them in sometimes when they have these conversations about, the best teams in the league. I think Los Angeles Rams.
They should be there.
They look pretty
in
good.
The NFC, yes.
This might give us an idea what we're dealing with as far as Golden Gopher basketball goes. Tonight they play at Missouri, although I'm not sure any of us have the ability to watch it on television.
Yeah, I was looking this morning because I do have interest in watching it. It's on the Southeast Conference Network Plus.
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
I have no idea where that would exist.
We got no
deep
chance.
on the cable system. I don't think anybody. I don't think I have that.
No chance.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I've yet to see this year's version of the Golden Gopher basketball team play, other than just some highlights on social. What do you call it?
Well, they're on the Big Ten Network on Saturday.
Okay.
They play Green Bay.
Okay.
On Saturday, and it looks like they've got a few more games. They're actually on. They start the Big Ten season the first weekend in December.
Yeah, they do that where they play a couple Big Ten games and then back to the garbage non-conference, and then the Big Ten for real starts in January.
Right.
Once the college football season kind of winds down, a lot of those games end up on Big Ten Network. So a few weeks from now, they'll be on all the time.
Missouri is an early pick to make the NCAA tournament this basketball season. They're 3-0, so they're saying this should be a good test for whatever Medved's got going over there. Wish I could see it. But I know so little about what I have on my television menu. As far as I know, maybe tonight I'll turn on the television and I have this channel. I don't know.
I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, and he's a big Gopher basketball fan. He said, and I didn't realize, I guess it was this few, but there's only one person on the roster back from last year.
Right, and that's that kid from up north, Isaac Asimov.
It just takes longer to acclimate yourself to the team when it's different every year.
Yeah, but I've made it happen over the last, this is nothing new. They've been switching rosters over pretty frequently over the last 10, 12 years, so I've gotten pretty good at it. Everyone, whenever we talk about this kind of thing, where to find these ball games, everyone's texting in and encouraging us to get this cheater box. Friend of mine's got this set up, and it's every channel on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So people keep texting in and encouraging us. I don't have the balls for that. They're gonna bust me and they'll take away my television privileges.
You'll have the FCC show up at your house.
Years ago, I used to cheat cable. Yeah,
sure.
Years and years ago. Hell yeah, it was beautiful. Got all the boxing pay-per-views. Got all the wrestling pay-per-views. We had a porno channel.
I was going to say Spice Channel in the mix?
I don't have the balls for it. Hell, I had multiple porno channels.
Nice.
I don't have the balls for that anymore. They're gonna. I have a feeling they'll get me.
Yeah, I'd worry about that too.
Yeah.
I once got a bunch of free cable channels, and I found out it was from my cable guy. There was something that you had to put on at you go out to the whatever that thing is sticking out of your yard, right, where all the wires are. And he took something off and gave me all the cable channels.
They know all the
that's
tricks.
Awesome.
They know all the tricks.
Back to getting the finger, when you're at a medical deal.
Sure, yeah.
Jacob texted in and said he always took the finger until he switched dentists. Then things changed.
What? Oh, my God.
The Dallas Mavericks have upped and fired their general manager, a feller by the name of Nico Harrison. He hasn't been very popular there for the last... So Mavericks fans can put away their fire Nico chance. It's over. He's the dude
Those
that
were
traded...
kind of fun.
I saw a little bit of it. He was the dude that traded baby nuts to the Lakers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He had a nice run there for a while. They made it to the conference final. They made it to the NBA final. Then he trades baby nuts. The NBA
they
tried.
They are not off to a good start.
Well,
No.
Anthony Davis has been hurt quite a bit and hasn't played much, so that doesn't help.
No.
The NBA tried to save this guy's job by fixing the draft to give the Mavericks the number 1 pick, and they took that Cooper Flagg kid, but they still suck.
Yeah, he's not played it very well.
But it is funny.
Slow starter.
To look back at this guy's comments, this Harrison dude, when he traded Baby Nuts, he said, I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that getting an all-defensive center, which was the monobrow,
Anthony Davis.
unibrow, all NBA, this, that. I believe this gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future, he said when he traded Baby Nuts.
Huh.
It didn't work out that way, did it?
No, it didn't.
Didn't they get multiple first-round picks, though, too? I mean,
yeah.
It seems like they got a pretty decent haul in the end, but obviously not enough to get them for him to save his job because people were so upset about losing Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a bad job to walk into as a new GM because you wouldn't have the responsibility of the old trade, and you've got all these draft picks. And
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mike Tyson says he wants to fight Floyd Mayweather and he wants a rematch with Jake Paul. Please, Mike, we love you very much, but we also request that you leave us alone. And tell those other guys, Mayweather and the YouTube kid, tell them to leave us alone, please.
The only time it was cool when the boxer came out of retirement was Rocky Balboa coming out to face Mason the Line Dixon. Other than that, don't care.
You're not interested. Jay Cutler.
Yep.
Please. How about this for you video gamers? Some jabroni broke the record by playing Dance Dance Revolution for 6 days.
Oh, heck no. That's exhausting. Yeah.
Have you ever seen people who are really good at it?
Oh,
no.
Yes.
Like at Dave and Buster's? Or
Very
something?
impressive.
It is impressive.
When I worked at Camp Snoopy that one summer, there were some guys that would come through there that would just light the whole thing up.
When was that where it was huge?
Yeah,
So
like early 2000s. I
Yeah.
mean, that's when I was working at Camp Snoopy, and like they would do both of them at once. They would play both boards.
Yeah.
you know,
And they're flipping around.
Yeah.
And it is impressive.
using their hands at one point. You know, it's just crazy.
It's a real sport right there.
I tried it as an adult. I mean, been an adult for a while, technically. But a couple of years ago, I
physically
by age,
by
age
scientific
definition.
by scientific rules.
Yeah, but a couple of years ago, at the age of like 35, 36, they put one in at the arcade that I go to, and I think I was sore for 2 days after just going one round.
Yeah, it even looks exhausting. I can't imagine playing as long as this guy.
This friggin' dude, he's from Hungary, wherever the hell that is, played. Well, you shouldn't. To say played isn't fair, because that might mean you're just thumbing away at a video game controller. He danced on this Dance Dance Revolution game for 144 consecutive hours. Broke the old record by 10 hours. That record had stood for 10 years. He danced to over 3,000 songs and burned more than 22,000 calories. He's a video game maniac. He owns records for all different types of video games. This is his thing.
I think he would have burned a lot more calories than that.
Oh, I wouldn't know how that works.
Yeah, it sounded good to me.
You wouldn't know how to burn calories, Nick?
Well, what I wouldn't know is how much calories a guy burns by walking, or I don't know these things.
Yeah,
Like when Josh
seems
gets
low.
on a treadmill to walk for a half hour, what do you burn?
Oh, it's not much.
No?
I mean, I don't even know if it's 200. I'm not cruising. You know, I'm like 3, whatever 3 is on there is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I've only looked a couple times, and who knows how accurate that is, but it's always disappointing. So I think a lot of times I'm eating on the treadmill, so I'm probably at net zero at best.
It's a wash.
That's awesome.
I told you that's how I'm going to die, because I eat on the treadmill.
You're going to trip and fall and choke. Yep.
Oh, my God.
You're not gaining weight, though. That's a win.
Well,
I don't know. If you ask Nick,
What?
that he'd say otherwise.
Nick thinks I'm fat.
No, I've never called you fat. You are heavy.
Well, that's how my grandma would say portly or big bone.
I've never
Big
called
bone,
husky.
Husky. That's like saying you're not stupid, you're dumb.
I would never call you fat. Fat is an ugly word. And keep in mind, we're best friends. We can say these things to each other. It's not like I'm calling someone from across the street heavy. This is Cubby. This is my bro. Yeah, you are putting on weight and you're appearing heavier and heavier all the time.
Earlier, we had Mouse and Jesus text in and said his wife listened for the first time today and said that I even sound heavy.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm a heavy person.
I've actually thought
the voice
that for
got
a
deeper.
while.
Yeah, his voice is dropping.
Yes.
He breathes a little more out of his mouth now than he did.
It sounds like he's got a little cupcake on his breath or something. Hey, earlier we were talking about the sex hat. What does that mean when somebody wears a hat that says sex?
Okay.
I couldn't find it, but when I looked up sex hat, the AI overview on Google came up with something that is a specialized hat used by falconers to collect semen for artificial insemination from falcons.
What?
Apparently, they've become sexually imprinted on these hats because it's designed to mimic a female falcon.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
And there's a place to capture it on this hat.
So there's like grown people out there with these hats on that falcons are having sex with?
Yes, they're humping their hats.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Jameson Williams did not wear that hat for that purpose.
That's very interesting.
So the male falcon is attracted to this hat because
Yeah.
it looks like a lady falcon's ass or something.
Correct.
It lands on your hat, it pumps,
Yep.
and then you get out a little Dixie cup and bring it back to the lab.
Yep.
That's
And
disgusting.
you make more falcons.
That's
Oh, my
horrible.
God.
Horrible. Rough, terrible gig.
One way to make a living, I guess.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Before
do they really, though? Do they really have to do it?
I don't know. If the Falcons all go away, is that really going to break anybody's heart? You know, I mean, let's just let nature take its course instead of walking around town with a seaman hat. Before we go, Grady Sizemore has been given the first base coach gig by the Twins. 3-time All-Star in Cleveland. Remember Grady Sizemore?
Yep.
Sure.
Good player.
Sure. He'll also be in charge of the outfield and base running. He and Derek Shelton, the new Twins manager, they're old bros. Grady Sizemore.
Okay.
I remember the Chicks dug Grady Sizemore in Cleveland. If I remember correctly, when he was playing for the Indians, there was a section of all like 40 to 60-year-old women who would hold up signs that said, Grady's Ladies.
Oh, cute.
And they were here to watch him play baseball.
I like that.
Yeah. Who was the big left-handed power hitter they had there that looked like Shrek? Same time period.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about? Bald head, looked a lot like Shrek. 48 was his jersey number. That much I can tell you. Travis Hafner. That's it.
Oh, Travis Hafner.
Was he a switch hitter or just a lefty? I thought he was
He's just a lefty.
Okay, yeah.
He choked up on the bat. Yeah, I can picture him.
Travis F. me running sideways. So there you go. Boy, we learned a lot today.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm prepared to give a presentation about Iowa hockey rinks now. And skating rinks.
And Falcon Jizz.
Mm-hmm, yes.
How it's collected.
I might just go to a coffee shop after the show and just start naming random facts to people about Falcon Jizz and Iowa hockey rinks.
How calories burn.
Did you know?
Honestly, I'd be pretty intrigued if somebody randomly started telling me about these sex hats.
Well, what if they were wearing one? Do you know what's saved in my hat right now? Semen.
Seems like something that would be on Always Sunny.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Kirk Cousins is my favorite Falcon. If I could just pick one.
Get out of here.
If I could pick,
why are
if
you
I
doing
could
that to the
attract
man?
one to my hat.
We had gone quite a few shows without someone saying that friggin' name out loud.
I was going to say Kirk O'Chains, but I didn't want you to blow your top.
That just it takes all the energy and will to live right away from me when
End the
someone.
show now.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Oh, I hated that.
Just brutal.
So dumb.
You can go get your colonoscopy on the way home, too.
Yes.
We'll see you guys later.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Randy, and thanks, Brad. We'll take a little break and come back in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
Family Matters amplifies the loudest and the proudest political voices in the black community today.
What's up, guys? I'm CJ Pearson. There's so many incredible perspectives here in the black community that you're going to hear from each and every week.
Because faith matters, country matters, and family matters.
This is exactly what the mainstream media was missing by not actually going to black churches, going to black barbershops, talking to the people at the forefront of this change in the community. Let me start here.
Family Matters with CJ Pearson.
Each and every week. We'll see you here. Talk to you soon.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show, 93X.
That's a Wednesday program, huh? All right. I think it's been a hit so far. I think we're doing well. Couldn't do it without our terrific listening audience. Thanks for being there. Here's a text message from a listener. Came in on our Luther Bloomington Kia text line. Here's a text message from a listener. Let's see where we can go with this. It's from Sit Down Waldo Jesus. He says, I've been a fairly big guy all my life. I have a bunch of old concert and Harley T-shirts for Josh if he would like them.
I'll take them. Do they stretch? Sounds like I'm going to need it.
He's been a bigger guy, he says, his whole
we
life.
Stick together, us big guys.
Today's National Happy Hour Day. I don't get involved in happy hour. I don't like the time frame.
I've never gone to one on purpose. It's always kind of a fun surprise.
We don't we don't really have the hours for that.
Yeah.
I used to love happy hours, but now it's like buy 5 drinks and we'll give you 25 cents off your next one or something like that. You know, it's like
so it's not so happy anymore.
They don't have the best deals anymore. The deals used to be incredible.
Yeah. Depends on the joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bennigan's they went for it.
Oh, the 3 for ones?
Yeah, it was out of control. Bennigan, I don't know how they made. Maybe that's not why they're not around anymore.
Could be, yes.
I don't know how they made any money. It was always 2 for ones.
I like the place. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I like the places that have happy hour that are. It's basically all day. It's 2 for ones all day. I think the Muddy Cow does that.
That's kind of how Bennigan's was.
That's the best because I forget every single time, and then I go there and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm getting drunk.
Did you say 3 for ones, Josh?
And like during their actual happy hour, which. There was a happy hour basically all day.
Yeah.
And then when they had their actual happy hour, sometimes like 4 for ones or, hey, get a Long Island just for the heck of it.
Yeah,
4 for ones.
We would go to Bennigan's in St. Louis Park every Saturday and watch college football when I was at the U of M because of their just extremely obnoxious happy hour. And then we'd have to call somebody to come pick us up. Like, oh, we're not going to be able to drive home. Come get us.
Oh, I have a buddy that should have called somebody. He got a D-dub in the parking lot.
Oh. Didn't even get out of the lot, huh?
Just he was sitting. He got in the car, and the cops were there waiting. They knew where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, many years have gone by, but when I was a kid living at St. Cloud State University, Thursday nights, red carpet featured 3 for ones. So that was an ugly scene by the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
But as a broke-ass college kid, it was just what the doctor ordered. But yeah, I don't do the happy hour thing. If I had a 8 to 4, 9 to 5 type of a job, I'm sure I would be a fan of. Because usually it's 4 to 6, 5 to 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That doesn't work with my schedule. I know my wife enjoys meeting her gal friends once in a while for happy hour. They have a lot of laughs.
Now, I'm not a big drinker, so nowadays I'm like, half off an appetizer? Yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
Get more excited about that kind of thing.
Happy hour became popular way back during Prohibition. Bars would host happy hours before dinner at private homes. So folks could sneak in a few drinks before going out to all the alcohol-free restaurants. Do you see how that started? It's cute, right?
Yeah, that is. That's cool.
Happy hour got its start way back then.
I felt like a real dumbass. I was in Boston when I was like 21, 22 years old and waiting for a buddy who lived there to get done with work. And I'm at the bar and I go, hey, when does happy hour start? They're like, yeah, that's not legal here in Massachusetts. And I go, oh, okay. I just announced that I'm a tourist.
Well, why the hell would you ever assume?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. That was news to me just from reading this article. There are some states who don't allow happy hours. Massachusetts, Arkansas, Vermont. That's a
you
random...
need happy hour if you're in Vermont.
I mean, you'd think like Utah would be on that list, right? But
Yeah, they are so strict.
I don't know the rules.
Yeah, Ashley, didn't you say when you were there that they required you to order food if you were going to have a beverage?
Yes. Yeah, and they're really. I mean, obviously you can't bring like a baby into the bar, but they're serious about like even restaurants that have bars, like whether or not you can bring a kid in there.
Some states don't allow it. Don't know why, don't care. It's not that important to me.
Lame.
All right, what's the most popular happy hour drink in America? If you don't already know the answer, go. The most popular happy hour drink in all of America.
Josh mentioned Long Island.
It's not.
It's not.
Pretty good guess. Smashly?
I already know. I sent you this.
Oh, you did?
She's the one that passed this on.
This looks so organized, I figured it must have belonged to Josh.
I can still guess. A Shirley Temple.
Oh, you really don't know the answer?
No,
even
I
though-
know.
Oh, it's a margarita.
Sure.
I actually would have guessed. Well, maybe this is back when Sex and the City was big. Cosmo.
Sure.
The margarita kind of surprised me.
I never see people drink Cosmos anymore.
Never had one.
A Cosmo?
A margarita or a Cosmo.
Oh, they are delicious.
I've seen. Actually, I was just at a restaurant the other day where somebody that was with us ordered a Cosmo, like a fancy one.
I was at a Cinco de Mayo thing once where they had margaritas with a Corona bottle like dumped inside of it, and
Yep.
that was more than I needed for sure. After like one or two of those,
My mom loves those.
Yeah.
The margarita machine. Anyone have a margarita machine?
I wish.
No.
Just the South Park episode.
Interesting. I don't know that episode. Interesting side note on the margarita. The margarita machine was invented by a high school dropout, if that means anything to you. All right, the best-selling happy hour food. Go, Dana.
Wings.
It is wingy.
Yep.
Man, these days you need to go to a happy hour to get wings if you don't want to go completely broke. They're gotten so expensive.
That is kind of nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never go with the wings because that's like a whole meal for me.
Now, I'm not a happy hour guy like I mentioned, but one of my neighborhood bars used to, and I'm sure it's the same way at happy hour when they have, well, some bars have like a little, like free apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've never done the happy hour thing, but one of my neighborhood bars used to have free apps during Monday Night Football.
Sure.
And watching the way some people would abuse that was friggin' disgusting.
Did they go broke? That's bold.
Well, it was limited. You know, it wasn't like they were going to keep it coming throughout the whole 3.5-hour football game. I think it was up until halftime.
Right.
So they wanted to get your ass in the door to watch the ball game, drink some beer, spend a lot of money on beer. But there were free meatballs and wings and little shrimp or whatever the hell, right?
Yep.
Watching the way some people would abuse that was just disheartening.
I didn't know they did something like that.
I'm guessing it's the same way if you go to a happy hour bar that's got free apps or whatever.
A lot of places do like a taco bar type of setup.
Really? These friggin' people, they dump a big plate of meatballs out there, a little bit, enough for everybody if you're reasonable, and then you got the guy that just sweeps all of them onto his plate. Oh, it's free.
You
know?
suck.
First come, first serve. Friggin' scumbag.
I used to hang out at Liquor Lyle's back when it was still open. God, I missed that place. It was awesome.
I also enjoyed many nights at Lyle's.
And during NFL games on Monday Night Football, I think, and Sunday Night Football, they would do, apps at halftime.
Yeah.
And people would start lining up. There's like 8 minutes left in the first quarter. People are already lining up with their plays ready to go.
The draw, the free anything hypnotizes some people.
Especially food.
Especially food. It just turns us into scavenging animals. It just.
By the way, a lot of people are saying some mean things about my body weight when I said how much I like appetizers, especially if you get a discount.
Well, obviously.
Booze Slang. Oh, no, I just lost it. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Booze Slang and Jesus said the margarita is the #1 cocktail in the U.S. The espresso martini is second. That's what okay, I just contradicted myself. It was a Cosmo they ordered, but it's something to do with coffee. So the espresso martini is the second one. I would never have guessed.
Tell me
That
about
is such a big deal now.
What,
Everyone
espresso
loves
martini?
those.
I've
Yeah.
never heard. Tell me about the espresso. I've never heard of it.
They just got like really popular
It's
online.
coffee?
Is there actual coffee in it?
Yes. Yep. Actual espresso.
A coffee flavored martini?
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, no, I think that is what
But,
it is.
I mean, that's what it looks
Well,
like. I've had one before because I was like, all right, let's see what everybody's talking
Again,
about.
the title is espresso martini.
That's what he had said.
It made me absolutely insane.
I found that mixing liquor and caffeine is not good for me.
No, it's not good
Name
for anybody.
One Hispanic named beverage that would back that up.
What was that called? Four Loko?
Four Loko.
Oh, the Four Locos, yeah. The Four
Back-
Locos.
The originals?
Well, what do you mean?
Vodka Red Bulls were huge when I was in college.
Oh, I love a vodka Red Bull.
A martini is what? What booze?
Tequila.
Te-
Oh, no.
No.
Excuse me. I was thinking margarita
That's
still.
not it.
It's either, it can be
Gin
vodka
or
or it can be gin.
Okay. And you mix that with coffee? What do you mean it made you insane?
Because it's just like so much caffeine, and at the time I was not drinking caffeine, and it kind of like escaped me, I guess, how much was going to be in there. And so yeah, when you put that strong of liquor, because it's barely like every time I've had a martini, I mean, it's just straight booze.
It is.
So it's
You
just
don't
like,
need the caffeine on top of it.
I've had like vodka Red Bulls and didn't notice anything different than like a shot of something else. Maybe because of how much
really?
caffeine I drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
that's a
because you
lot.
didn't have 12 of them like I used to in college.
Ew, what's wrong with you? Monster Energy and Hennessy? Stop
Oh,
that.
no.
Don't do that.
That ain't right.
Yeah. I don't get into the whole booze scene, so I apologize. I don't know what's what. Here's a listener on the subject of today being happy hour day. Oh, man. Alligators up off of Bass Lake Road and 169. Now I think it's a Target or something. Right? Was that?
I'm trying to remember. I'd only gone there one time. It was a work-related thing.
North Metro. You're a South Metro guy for
Yeah.
the most part. I believe it was 169 and Bass Lake Road. We used to go to Alligators, and listeners said they had any coin, any drink happy hour. You're just on your hands and knees on the way out of the joint.
There's a place right here. I think it's still there, Burrito Loco. When I was in college, on Sundays they would do the flip for drinks thing. So you order your drinks, and then you flip a coin. If you call it in there and you get it right, it's free. If not, you got to pay for it. And that was always kind of fun.
Oh, that would get me. I would do that all day.
And it would be a gamble. Do you think, do I play it safe and just order one, or do I think I'm feeling lucky and order around for the entire table and every chick in the joint, you know?
Oh, wow.
Somebody said Alligators is now a preschool.
Probably from all the pregnancies made in the parking lot.
I mean, we used to go up there and just get effing hammered. Oh, speaking of, alligators, a bowling alley. Balls Out Bowling was over the weekend in Pittsburgh. I hope there were at least some survivors. Do you remember this from last year? It's all nude bowling.
Yeah, I saw some photos. I mean, they don't show, anything naked. But it's just like we always talk about it. It's never really something where you're like, oh, I'm going to use this for the spank bank. It's usually some folks you don't want to see. But it is funny that they do that, and they raise some good money for charity.
All nude bowling.
Would you guys ever go to something like that?
Nope, no interest.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I'd probably pass.
Sounds absolutely disgusting.
Because somebody's going to stand over that little fan, right?
Oh, 100%.
The funny guy's going to stand over the fan.
Airing out the ball bag.
Well, it sounds like
gonna be a lot of ball jokes.
It sounds like, you're buried in ball jokes.
Yeah. I mean, even the name. Just the name of the event.
Yeah, Balls Out. It sounds like, Cubby, though, they don't put up with any baloney.
No.
Oh, I think I remember that. They don't allow any pictures.
You can't. I don't think you can straddle the fan and I'm drying off my balls. It sounds like you better you're naked and you bowl, and any baloney is frowned upon. No pictures, no video. It's a non-sexual event. Harassment of any sort results in you being thumbed and thrown out the building. So I would bet that you really can't do any comedy. No comedy.
How nude do you have to be? Would I still be able to wear my cool wrist guard thing, when you...
Yes. Women can wear bottoms if they want to, but you don't have to. Everyone has to bring a towel to sit on.
Yeah, that's. I wonder if they learned that after the first event.
I bet you're right, because there were smears left on the damn chairs over there at the bowling alley, and the 9th grade kid who has to mop that up wasn't. This is funny. Got a text message from a friend of mine. I love to tell Wang stories on the program. My bro Wang.
Love a good Wang story.
Yeah. My buddy BP texted in with a Wang story from Alligators back in the day when we used to drink there. BP says, last time I was at Alligators, Wang had to borrow money from me to buy a girl a drink. I remember that story. Wang turns to a lady. Can I buy you a drink? She says, sure. And he's stuck, right? Because he ain't got a dime. So he's got to turn to BP and say, can I borrow $5 to buy this gal a drink?
Also, it wasn't something where he thought he had more cash.
No,
he knew ahead of time.
He assumed he was going to be turned down, I think, when he asked you. Yeah, you can buy me a drink. Oh, no. All right.
Poor Wang.
Happy hour day, everybody. Get on out there and get hammered.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
What the hell were we talking about, Josh? Were we talking about nude bowling?
Yeah, happy hour, nude bowling. Those were a couple of topics.
Over the weekend in Pittsburgh, they hosted their second ever nude bowling party. And by all accounts, it was just a smooth riot. A listener texted in to say that his father-in-law used to manage a racquetball club that hosted a nudist group once a month. Now, that sounds like nude racquetball, Josh, to me, sounds like a good way to tear out a piercing.
Yeah, that could be some trouble.
Some serious sweating going on in those racquetball courts.
I entered with 2 testicles. I'm out with 1.
And the jamming and the jiggling of your genitalia. I mean, racquetball, you go this way, you go that way. You're swinging a racket. You're up high. You're down low. I imagine you could bruise something.
Sketchy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the courage, for any of this, but I'd bowl way before racquetball.
You dive when you play racquetball. You dive for the ball. Imagine landing on your bag. Ashley, imagine landing on your back.
I can't imagine.
She can't, she says.
I guess you need a better imagination.
All right, here we go. These are apparently the 25 celebrities that nobody hates.
Let's see. I'm a hater. Let's go.
You're going to find a reason.
You are a hater, that is for sure.
These are apparently the 25 celebrities that nobody hates. Now, some of them I'm sure we haven't heard of. So they get an easy pass. We're not going to hate them just because we haven't heard of them. But let's see if we can get through this without hating anybody. Because that's what it says right here in the title. These are 25 celebrities that nobody hates.
All right.
We start with Fred Rogers.
Love Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was a little sketchy.
What?
We've only gotten one decent
As a kid, you did?
Well, I guess he wasn't like as big as a deal as he was to you guys.
But you didn't hate him.
No, but I always thought, I'm like,
you believed like all the what do you call those urban legends?
No, he just creeped me out.
What were the urban legends outside of him being a sniper?
Yeah, that full back tattoos, things of that nature.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me, but he creeped me out.
Well, you were wrong. He was as pure as the fallen snow.
Yeah, I'm surprised
he was. He was maybe one of the best human beings that has ever lived. Fred Rogers.
There was a documentary that came out about him about 7-8 years ago.
6-7 years ago. Go ahead.
My ex-wife and I, we went to the theater to watch it, and as we're like bawling, we're like, why didn't we just wait till this was on home video?
Pretty emotional?
Oh, yeah.
Roastmaster Jesus, I'll throw this one in because it's not on the list. Jennifer Garner. I'm with you on that. She's very lovable.
Well, she's so pretty.
The most beautiful human I've ever seen in person in my life.
Oh, you saw her in person?
Yeah, she was a guest on Jimmy Fallon one night when I was there for a taping, and it's just like she just glows. It's just immaculate.
She seems like a very sweet person.
Yes.
She's so damn pretty. Okay, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, everybody loves Paul Rudd.
I like him, yeah.
Diane Keaton, didn't she just check out?
Sure did.
So some of these people are dead? Okay, yeah, some of these people are dead. I don't know who Viola Davis is, but I don't hate her, so she moves on.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Who is Viola Davis?
Viola
Davis. A bunch of movies like The Help. I'm blanking, of course, on all the rest ones I've seen her in. Every time I see her in a movie, though, it's just kind of, oh, nice, she's in this.
I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff, but I'm familiar with who she is.
She's in that like How to Get Away with Murder, right?
Oh yeah, isn't that her show?
I believe so. Yeah, she's great. I love her.
I
haven't watched the show, but I know what you're talking about.
I believe I can picture this individual, Angela Bassett. I think at one point or another in her career, she portrayed Tina Turner in a movie.
Oh, yeah, she's on a cop show that I watch. I cannot remember what it's called because I watch so many of them.
You do watch a lot of those.
You love your procedural dramas, actually.
I think it's 911. Yeah, 911.
Again,
which one? The original?
Yeah.
Not Tennessee?
No, but that one's good. I've been watching that.
Again, these are apparently the 25 celebrities that nobody hates. Let's see if we can hate somebody. Harrison Ford.
He's great.
You can't hate him.
A little grumpy in his old age, but he's earned it.
Sure.
He
makes it work, though.
Yeah.
We just talked about this guy a few days ago, Bob Ross, the Afro painter guy.
You can't hate him. He's got a squirrel in his pocket.
He does?
Yeah, remember we learned about the squirrel?
We covered this. I didn't believe that
I thought that was a joke.
No, he's got a squirrel. I can't remember. Peapod. The name is Peapod.
Peapod.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser seems.
I know too little about him to hate him.
He was in town at Twin Cities Con over the weekend, and I had some friends that got to meet him and said he was just absolutely lovely.
He's in a lot of typical Hallmark movies. He does good in those.
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Awesome.
One of the greatest people.
Isn't he like 99 and made a joke recently about how funny it would be if he died before 100?
Yes.
Willie Nelson. Love his music. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I've disliked quite vehemently a few of his movies, but I've got no reason to hate the man. Now, here I bump into one where, I don't know, I might hate the guy. John Bon Jovi.
Really? You hate him?
I might.
Haven't decided yet.
There are some things about him that I dislike.
Still making up your mind after all these years?
He's had some quirks over the years that have irritated me. But no, I guess I can't say that I hate him. But I have some...
I mean, some of these people, there's things about them you might not be a huge fan of, but hateable is quite different.
But by the end of the day, I might hate John Bon Jovi. I don't know what it means or who it means to be Noah Wiley.
Oh, yeah, he's on The Pit.
He's wonderful. Yeah, he's great.
I didn't really know too much about him before The Pit, but he's great in that.
Yeah, I guess he was in ER, too, back in the day.
Yeah, it was really that he was on. I never watched ER.
Yeah, me neither.
But sure, he's great.
Celebrities that...
Don't know anything about him outside of the show, though.
I assume he's just like his character and just very nice and charming.
But doesn't have a doctorate.
No. Yeah.
Celebrities that nobody hates. Moving on to Mark Hamill.
He seems like a nice guy.
Very, very good sense of humor.
Yeah, he seems very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've heard the name, but I couldn't pick him out of a crowd. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, everybody loves him these days.
Yep.
Yeah, is he a big deal?
He's in pretty much everything. You turn on the TV or put on a movie, there's about a 30% chance he's going to be in it.
Yeah, but I would argue that there's a whole group of people that do not like him.
They don't like him.
Really? I think some people are thinking he's getting overexposed at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't happen to see him last night when I was watching early 60s episodes of The Twilight Zone, did I?
No.
No. Steve Irwin, he's dead.
Yeah.
My only that explains it. My only complaint was he hasn't put anything out in a while, so I didn't even know why they made this list.
Yeah, you can't hate him.
It's cool that his kid is really following in his dad's footsteps.
He's like a little twin.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Let me dump the last name on the list that I do not recognize at all, but he makes the list, or she, of the 25 celebrities nobody hates. Hosier?
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 Yeah, that's a singer. Yeah.
Never heard of him. Or is it her?
It's a him.
It's a dude, yeah.
Hosier. Huh. And okay, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, everybody loves Ruffalo.
You would probably hate the Hosier guy.
Oh, why would I hate him?
He's an Irish musician.
Oh,
You're not a fan of the Irish.
I don't like the Irish. Mark Ruffalo, sure, I've seen him in a couple of great movies, and he's very good at what he does. I don't hate him at all. But there's two more names on the list that I don't really understand what the hell they're doing in here with the rest of these people.
Is it OJ?
Lenny Kravitz?
What? Yeah, I don't really know much about Lenny Kravitz. I mean, he still looks good with a shirt off. I can tell you that much.
Lenny Kravitz.
The two things I know about Lenny Kravitz is he had a song on the Austin Powers 2 soundtrack, and he has a huge dong.
You know that he has a huge dong?
It came out on stage, and it went viral. Everybody was like, "Oh, have you seen how big of a hog he's packing?"
His daughter's talented.
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah, I do like his daughter.
Gorgeous.
Who's his daughter?
Is it Lisa?
Zoe, I think.
Oh, Zoe, yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa.
I just found that to be odd because, I mean, maybe Lenny Kravitz is a charitable guy and he's done some wonderful things that we're just not aware of. But I never, ever hear anyone talk about Lenny Kravitz. It's not 1997 anymore, so I thought it was kind of...
Yeah, because there's a couple that should be on here maybe more than him.
Who?
You know, like Henry Winkler.
The world is going to stop spinning, Cubby.
Yeah, and people are saying, well, why isn't Keanu Reeves on the list?
Yeah.
We should have mentioned he was. That's kind of what started this whole thing. People were talking about, like, Dolly Parton, Keanu Reeves, Betty White, Julie Andrews, Jeff Goldblum, and then folks were throwing other celebrities on the
I
list.
missed that part.
Yeah,
yes.
but they were kind of what started the whole thing.
Dolly Parton, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, everyone says Keanu Reeves is like the nicest guy in Hollywood.
And then the last name on the list, wait a minute. It says that the title is 25. Oh, okay.
Because of those five I just mentioned.
This is the last name on the list, and again, I just kind of had to ask myself, what? How does this guy factor into the Macaulay Culkin?
He's pretty beloved, especially this time of year. Holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Isn't he with the girl that was on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
I think you're right.
And I like that he
Weird.
changed his middle name to Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
What?
he let people vote on what he should change his middle name to. So his name is Macaulay Culkin.
I did not realize
that kind of bothers me.
Stop
Maybe I
saying
do
things
hate
like
him.
that. That's not right.
That was dumb and funny. Harmless.
There you go. Yeah, I guess we didn't really come up with anybody to hate there, did we?
No, they're all likable.
Even though Ashley is an admitted hater, you often call me a hater. Via text message recently, you called me a hater.
Yeah, I did.
And I forgot
can't
why.
remember why.
Oh, I know why. Because you texted everyone and said, hey, have a good time at the thing on Sunday. I'll be deer hunting, right? You texted us all and said, I'm leaving for deer hunting. Goodbye. Goodbye. And I said, I don't know why you got to take a day off. You're not going to shoot anything anyway.
Yeah.
And then she said I was a hater, Josh.
Yeah, I heard her say it. I've heard people say you drink Haterade every once in a while.
You were right, too.
I hate that gimmick. We got to go.
Happy 11th birthday to Chase from your awesome dad, hung like a field mouse, Jesus.
Always love those.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.